welcome everybody. Let us first say it is good to be back to another episode. I want to personally thank you all for your amazing support. Those that have been with us all day, all week. Thank you. So we're going to first start off with the protest or press conference. We want to thank Tyrone Muhammad for inviting us to an anti-violent protest, a rally, I would say. And it was amazing to be there and support that beautiful event. And we want to thank the grassroots organizations that was there, and the ECCSC, thank you. We also want to thank the other organizations that was there as well. And so we wanted to go to the press conference because Tyrone Muhammad called us personally to come and support. And I said, listen, I can't make it because I had to work. And God made it possible for me to be there. So because it was very last minute and I live a little distance from the Daily Plaza, called my friend and he was able to bring me there in a timely fashion, got there, had to use the restroom. So shout out to the Daily Plaza for allowing me to relieve myself. It was amazing. So we get there and it was an amazing time. And I saw the Alderman and I asked because, he said, that's Alderman Armon Lopez, right? And I said, oh, wow. Okay, I want to interview the Alderman. So I go and up to the Alderman and I say, I got one question. And I wind up asking him 3 or 4 questions. Now, mind you, when I was on the interview, he represents the 15th Ward. I said, oh my gosh, I don't have a mic. So the ambulance, it has to be a healthy emergency. That ain't nothing but the enemy. Didn't want me to ask him the question. But I asked him some very questions, and we're going to release that interview. My editor is working with to turn up the volume so we can release that, just that part of it, of that interview, because that brother answered the questions, right? And he followed us on Twitter now, and we're gonna look very closely at his because I believe he's running for the 4th congressional district, right? So we would ask him some questions, and one of the main questions we asked is, should Chicago remain as a sanctuary city? And he said he is an advocate to put it on the ballot and let the Chicagoans, the voters, decide. But City Hall and Mayor Johnson, his allies, pretty much didn't want that. And the question is why? It's not because, in my humble opinion, this is why I feel like I'm not welcome as press, because I give my personal opinion. Don't consider myself a journalist. I consider myself an advocate, speak truth to power, and bring it back to the masses. So I believe that Mayor Johnson cannot throw away the sanctuary city because the powers that be that fund him also got their hands in the pockets of this multi-million-dollar industry of caring for these migrants, those multi-million-dollar checks. So in the upcoming shows, we're going to show you who's getting the money, all right, and how Black folks are frozen out the money to take care of the migrants. Now, it's plenty Black organizations, Black churches, Black people that run shelters, that run nonprofits, that run these organizations that will love those contracts to take care of the migrants, to take care of Black folks, take care of any unhoused people. They will love those multi-million-dollar contracts. Because one thing about Black folks, they especially that know how to run organizations on little, they can damn sure do a lot with a whole lot of funding. So that's probably, in my humble opinion. So we was asking questions to Tyrone Muhammad, and one of the questions that I asked him as media, because it was a press conference and our media, I asked him, do you feel like the Safety Act is the reason why crime is so high? Because the sheriff, he came out and he said that the Safety Act have pretty much in the Safety Act that if you're on house arrest or home confinement or monitoring, that you have 2 free days, meaning 2 free days to go to it's supposed to be go to a doctor's appointment, go to the whatever, go grocery shopping. But during those 2 free days, no one's keeping track of these people. They could just go. And a lot of these folks are committing more crimes, more vicious crimes that they already on the monitor for. So he said it needs to go back to where it was. Like if you leave, it alert the sheriff department, the police, and they come find you and lock you up. And I am going to bring an attorney on to talk back about the Safety Act. And I'm going to read the Safety Act again, because once I did read that part, I said it is a loophole in there. And unfortunately, these criminals are using that loophole for the people that, literally need to go to doctor's appointment, have 2 free days. They're using that and they're committing more crimes. So I asked him about it. I know Ms. Bond didn't want to answer that question, but I had to ask because this is a press conference. And then another thing I asked to the grassroots organization, because they all was there talking about these great ideas. But I said, what's the plan? And I asked the question is, what is the action plan that you want Black Chicagoans to do in the next 30, 60, 90, 120 days? What is the plan? Because if you come there just talking, we all can talk. Well, I think Black folks should own companies. Well, I think Black folks, we should all invest in the stock market. I think Black folks should all clean the streets, which is great. When are we going to start doing it? Because we all know them great ideas. When are we going to start doing it? And so that's why, in my humble opinion with the grassroots organization, I like the idea that Tyrone Muhammad have by working together, and all the grassroots organization have to sit and strategize and come with a plan. You have to have a strategy. And this is something to be an effective grassroots organization, right? Because we all can sit around and talk. So while I was there, our elder was there and he was just going off about the Venezuelans and the foreigners. The brother was going off. He was just really going off. But I was there because I want to show people what's going on in the city of Chicago. And a lot of people don't know I'm in the process, or will be in the process. I want to live in the city. I love the city so much. It's so convenient. And I'm going to be a property owner in the city. But, so I have to be an advocate, not only for myself and my own interests, right, my business interests, but also for the residents, right? You have to participate, and we need more Black folks to participate. So when I had the camera, I said, this is City Hall, right from the Daily Planet. This is City Hall, power. But I also panned that camera to the banks, to 7-Eleven, to those skyscrapers. They're also in tune with the power. There is power behind the power, right? And so don't get it twisted. Those are power brokers, so you must be concerned about that as well. You must have an action plan. This is why it's so important for Black-owned media to be there, to broadcast, to show these stories. Because a lot of people say a lot of stuff about Chicago, but they don't show the grassroots organizations that's doing the work and could do more if they have the money. So that's another question I asked. One of the grassroots organizations, I said about the funding. He said he got a grant from the city, but he need more. And he said, what are you doing to get more money from Mayor Johnson? What Mayor Johnson do? What commitment have he given you, right? To give you more funding? Because a lot of the grassroots organizations doing great work. They could do better work, more work, if they had more money, because it's limited. If you have more funding, you can house these people, you can talk to, you can de-escalate, etc., and that will help in the long-term goal. I believe Mayor Johnson, he's trying to do that, but he needs to do more than try. And grassroots organizations need to be at City Hall every single day. You need someone in that grassroots organization at City Hall, grant writings, talking to banks. You need somebody there every single day. Every alderman in the city need to see you and your grassroots organization meeting with them. So we need the money to bring down the crime. You need to be there, passing out flyers, passing out cards to the community, and show that we're doing the work. And then also you have to have a beautiful social media, because social media does matter. You need a YouTube channel. You need a Twitter account. You need a Snapchat. You need a TikTok, because you need to show the world what are you doing, because you may not get the check from the city, but you may get the check from somebody else that live in a whole nother, like, okay, I like what Brother Wiley is doing. Let me write him a check for $15,000. You write a check for $15,000. I get more cameras. I can cover more stories, and I can get into those spaces, right? And so I'm already in those spaces because I just do. I say, hey, I just spend money, and thank you to the people that donated 5, 10. Because it is expensive. And so now I understand the media part, because people say, why do I want you to cover this and cover that? It takes money. I received an email. Someone wanted me to go to their hometown because of things going on with their water. But I said, you know, that takes money. You got to pay for flight, you got to pay for hotel, etc., car service. So it takes money to cover these stories. So the reason why I do Chicago, because I'm here, I get on the train, get there, right? So, but it costs money to, you know, to broadcast it because we don't get money from advertisers, right? And we're going to talk about Fox Soul. We really going to talk about Fox Soul. But I want to talk about this first because it's very important. And when I look at Roland Martin and how he talk about the importance of Black media and Black press, is because we talk about it. I don't have to ask somebody to cover this. I don't have, if I worked for CNN or MSNBC, I have to ask permission, particularly by a white producer that is younger than me in their 20s. Hey, can I cover this story for my people? And they will tell me no. And guess what? I have to listen. They're the producer. They're the executive. But if you own and operate your own show, no matter how small it is, you can go and cover it, right? So we went and we cover it with no microphones, and that video almost got 6,000 views. We want to talk about Cardi B. We want to talk about Nicki, but actually that long form video did better than me talk about Nicki, Cardi, Ice Spice, Megan Thee Stallion. It got almost 6,000 views because people want to see this. They want to see it. They are yearning to see solutions. They want to know about, to be informed about the problems, but they're thirsty and they're hungry for solutions. When I check my emails, they want solutions. And so when they asked in that question, they said, we want solutions. What is the solution? So this is why we're going to bring more grassroots organizations that's actually doing the work. And also we will be talking to police officers and bringing them on the show that is doing the work. And what is their strategy? And so we're trying to get to the CPD, trying to get into those spaces to ask the police the questions, ask the aldermen the questions, all the women the questions, ask community and ask you. So because we got to get to the root of the problem. And one of the major roots of the problem is poverty. And that's why Reverend Barbara, he is leading the Poor People's Campaign. He said something so effective. He said, no politician, no political party have focused on poverty in this country. If they tackle poverty, there will be no need for crime. Let me say that again. If they tackle poverty and the lack of funding, lack of housing, lack of, there won't be that crime that we have today. I believe we always have crime, but it won't be as high. So we must tackle that in all places in this country. But this is why, how many people bring it up to their senator? How many people bring it up to Bobby Rush? And I'm just speaking about Chicago. How many people bring it up of the lack of all of this, lack of need, being poor? Because poor people, and this is the thing about poor people, there's poor whites, there are poor Mexicans, there are poor blacks, there are poor Asians, there are poor people, period. Poor people exist in this country. There are more poor people than it is wealthy people. Let that sink in. There are more poor people. So when are we going to have an urgency to provide for those that don't have? Amen. So it's so much, but this is why it's so important for media. Media is important because you're broadcasting the stories and you're making it part of, you're creating a narrative, because mainstream media, they're creating the narrative. I mean, look at the super mayor in Dalton. So we're trying to get to Dalton to interview her and talk to her because the mainstream media is trying to dehumanize this Black woman, say she's a scammer, this and this, but they don't broadcast her paving the streets, paving the alleys, fixing the potholes. They're not broadcasting that. They're not broadcasting the good. They're not going to broadcast the good. Like they're going to broadcast the salaciousness because they don't like to see Black people in power, especially a Black woman. So I'm curious of what's going on in Dalton. And I'm very, very curious because I see it down my timeline. And I feel like I got to go see what's going on over there with my own two eyes, not with WGN News, W9 News saying, because they have a narrative and they're white. So there's a perspective. It's a spirit that they're trying to create. And I need to go see because I'm Black, and I need to go see because I need to see what's going on over there in Dalton. So it's a lot. And I like the political stuff because that's what's matter than versus me talking about TGIF. Nothing wrong with me because I'm going to talk about that because I love talking about the tea. But before I get into the tea, because I'm drinking tea, we also got to be talking about what is affecting us as people. Because at the end, after we get through talking about tea, you still need affordable housing. You still need your lights paid. You still need your gas paid. You still need help with your car note. You still need help feeding your children, and actually, if we tackle those issues, you can enjoy and sip your tea even more. It's kind of hard to try to sip tea and you broke and poor. Then after you get through drinking the tea, you freezing because your heat is off. Come on now. So it have to be a balance. We have to talk about real issues as well as the tea, because in real issues, there's tea that going on there, baby. There was some tea being spilled there about why I was take off the email list. I ain't gonna get into that, but it was some tea spilled. But nevertheless, you ain't gonna stop me, because if I have to go there with a camera, baby, you ain't gonna better stop me. All right. So I just had to open up with that because I saw so many of the followers. I was glad, I was impressed that over 5,000 people watched that video. I was highly impressed because we ended it with 300 people. And I was like, okay. Woke up the next morning, my producer told me that video is at 5. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was lying. I said, you got to be lying. 5,000? It was at 5,000. So that'll let me know people want to see that. People want to see more about the real issues. And this is why we cover Jason Lee, his race in Stockton, California. We updated our website, and he definitely is leading in the poll. He funded his own posters to really poll the people, talking to the issues. And I'm talking to the voters down there that emailing me on the phone. But one, she said, when I went to the forums, and she's a producer of the Wiley Show, she went to all of them. She said, Wiley, Jason Lee had a plan. He had notes. He had a notebook. He had a binder. Let's bring Jason Lee picture up because I want them to see who is Jason Lee, because I think we had his picture producers, correct? Production. Did we have his picture? Yeah, there we go. Right. Yeah, that one. He had a plan. She went to every single forum because if I can't go there, I know somebody that live in California. Go there to all of them. You ain't got to don't wear no Wiley Show t-shirt. Just go there regular. And she went to every single one. And she said, verbatim, that brother, he came prepared. She said, out of all the candidates, Jason Lee had an answer and a solution for each one. The rest of them was insulting Jason, pretty much saying he a Crip, a Blood, gangbanger, adult entertainer, adult entertainment, etc. This, when the question that man had a plan. And so, but this is why I love having people in the room, because he's doing a damn good job, an effective job with his messaging. So, that's why we took our endorsements back for the failed Kimberly Worms, and we endorsed Jason Lee for District 6 City Council member. So we're trying to get there, but it takes funding. It takes funding to get these. It's expensive to travel to Illinois, to California, Illinois, because not only you traveling there, you got to get a hotel, you got to get a car service, you got to get there. So, but nevertheless, I called somebody and said, can you go to those forums? And she said, yes. She said, Wiley, I want to report to you, this man is doing it. And she said, she started asking questions to the people, and they all said, I am highly impressed with Jason, because they all thought, people that didn't know, he's just going to be here. This ain't nothing but just a photo op. They said, no, he's really having great solutions. And I didn't know he was definitely such an advocate and a grassroots organizer and with the unions, etc., for the community. I didn't know that. I just didn't know. I misjudged him, Yeah, so we're going to be covering that. We're the only YouTube channel that cover it, right? We don't, and this is why Jason Lee embraced us. We didn't burn up his book. We didn't burn that bridge. Let me drink this tea. We did. I'm gonna say that again. We did not burn that bridge. Did it make sense? So when people say, "Oh, Wiley's stupid," he burned it. No, I haven't. I haven't burned that one person book. I buy books. I don't burn them. I haven't destroyed that relationship. That relationship is still going on. We still follow each other on Facebook. Been following each other on Facebook for years. And guess what? He responded to us on Facebook. So we have a relationship with Jason Lee. Hello. I just want that to sink in. So all the stupid people that's out there that say Wiley burned bridges, shut up. These people that you think have burned, they ain't got a bridge. How could you burn something they ain't build one? Hello. But Jason Lee do have a bridge in entertainment and also in the political world, and we have not burned that. Amen. Let that sink in. We're not going on rants. We're not trying to compete with Jason Lee, because Jason Lee, he's doing it. I don't need to compete with that. I'm a boss. He a boss. Now, he's a bigger boss, getting more funding, but I'm a baby boss. But guess what? Boss is in there somewhere. Boss is in there for the Wiley Show. Amen. So I'm not trying to dim his light. I'm trying to, promote and campaign that he get that position, because what does that do in California? It drops a seed to a brother in Illinois to run for office, because Jason Lee is laying out a blueprint to say you don't got to be ashamed being on social media running a multi-million-dollar a Fortune 500 media company, you also can run for political office. So this is why we're looking up. And I want to say that again. We have not burned a bridge with Jason Lee. I want to say that again, because so many people think we burnt bridges. No, just because I trashed some of these so-called dusty YouTubers, we have not burned a bridge. If I meet all of them, they will bow down, take a embrace, take a hug. We will laugh, we will drink. You never met me in person. I'm a good-looking brother. I'm a good-looking brother. A lot of these YouTubers, they don't embrace Wiley because they jealous of our light, because it shine bright. We tall, intelligent, and we out in the streets doing the work. A lot of these other people, they don't do that. And we out of the closet. Let me drink some more tea. I said again, we out of the closet. I am out of the closet. I never was in the closet, baby. So other folks can't say that. They deep in that closet and they mad at themselves. Another thing we can say, we don't smell like fish. We might smell like some musk because I was working out musty, but it ain't fishy. There's the difference. Let me drink some more tea. All right. So we should just shout out to Jason Lee. Now I'm in front of the closet, but the closet in the back of me and it's closed because we out of the closet. Ain't nothing wrong if you want to be in the closet and be DL. That's you. All right. But we out of the closet. We in the gym sweating, working on this body. And we not in the locker room or locker room just doing something. We in there working out, not working out other body parts. Everybody can't say that. Understand what I'm saying? So we just going to talk about it. Hey, Jason Lee. And we want to win. So if y'all want me to come and see Jason Lee, fund me to go. Buy the plane ticket. If you don't trust me to buy the plane ticket in the hotel, you can buy it. I have plenty audience members that have bought plane tickets for me to go. I said, buy the plane ticket. You know my name. You know my birthday. Buy the ticket. Send me the confirmation code. I'm there. If you want to see me in these places to take this show to that, buy it. Amen. So we ain't got to worry about that. We would love to be in the presence of Jason Lee because we have burned that bridge. And I want to say this because I know the ops is watching. Just because I uplift Jason don't have nothing to do with you. Have several seats and shut up because I helped you get a position. We're going to talk about Fox. So I helped you get it. So shut up. Shut up. You should be thanking Brother Wiley. He only look up to Jason to get back at me. Are you dumb and stupid? How can that be? He's just jealous of me and I wrote an article to get you the damn job. Shut your stupid behind up. Don't be stupid. Be careful. And bow down and thank me for giving you that opportunity. Anyway, I just want to tell you what it is because I got the record. And I understand what I did. And I did it just to show people you can create a bad narrative about a person. You also can create a narrative to get them a job. And it's up to them what they're going to do when they get the job. Now, let's talk about Fox Soul. If you're here for the Fox Soul, we're going to talk about it. And I want the B&B squad to be in the building. I know y'all afraid because y'all in a cult. Y'all afraid in a cult. And y'all can't say nothing or drop nothing in the chat because you don't want to be blocked by Armon Wiggins. But just watch this. I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to go share it to the world. Give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, we're going to talk about Fox Soul. Now, we helped Armon Wiggins get the job. He got the job. Congratulations. We put it out there. I told y'all a month ago he was going to get it. I want to thank my brother and sister for having the courage, being the first YouTubers to promote that we talked about it. I also want to thank my sister, the beautiful, iconic transgender woman, beautiful sister. She promoted that we put this exclusive out, right? Many people didn't believe us. And guess what? It was announced that Armon Wiggins was on the show, and we had announced it a month ago, all right? So it didn't take us to have a flat screen. It didn't take us to get in debt to remodel our office space. It didn't take us to have low budget. It did not take us to have low budget Ricky Lake chairs. All right. So let's talk about it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, multiple days of this, it was a day that it was technical difficulties. Claudia had technical difficulties, but I knew that this was going to end bad because number one, Claudia is the H woman INC, if that makes sense. Baby, she's the head woman in charge. And she's the lead in this. And you cannot challenge her because she's going to put you in a place. So when Armon Wiggins came, very strategic, Armon brought himself. He brought his personality. He shined his light, rewrote an article and said, quote, Armon Wiggins' light shined brighter than Claudia, right? And she didn't like it because Claudia she reads everything. She reads the blog. She reads the comments. And so Armon Wiggins is dragging. Then he went and he dragged Candy. That was a nasty backstage moment with Candy and Claudia because Claudia got a text from Candy saying, why you allow this man to drag us? Why these so-called LGBT always dragging black women? That was the conversation. So what happened? Claudia the next day, I want to see shout out to Wiley. She started giving us shout outs, reading our comment. Now, mind you, we have been commenting on Foxhole for months. Never got a comment read. It just so happened we get a comment read, and not only that, Wiley, the Wiley show, Armon, your friend, quote, blah, 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 blah. Now, you know Armon Wiggins is not my friend anymore. We used to be friends. We're not friends anymore. You know this because Flame said I'm obsessed with her friend. So, but she said that to get under Armon Wiggins. Once I heard that, it confirmed and gave me confirmation that Claudia was kind of upset at Armon Wiggins. And she was so upset because Al was faithful to Armon Wiggins. Armon Wiggins is the type of guy that Al would sleep with. Okay? Because Armon got the money. He got the veneers. He could put him in an expensive hotel. They can sleep in. But he would just sleep with him. Probably if he could, if any other rich man don't pay him no mind, you know what I'm saying, he'd sleep with him. But let's talk about it. Because Al started to throw shots at Claudia. He tag teamed Claudia with Armon. He loved that Claudia was getting dragged because Al didn't agree on how Claudia treated Funky Dineva. And let me tell you something about gays. If you don't know black women, gays will always be faithful to the gay community. Gays will always feel like you don't like us, you're homophobic, etc. When you watch that show, if I have to summarize the show, it was straight women versus the gays. I saw it because Claudia was the only straight woman that was challenging to the gay idealism. One of the major key points of this show, they were talking about down low man. Now, anytime you're talking about down low man or bisexual man, you got a problem with black women. Just sit and listen. I knew Claudia's position would be, well, tell me the truth. Don't force that on me whether I want to do it or not. Armon and Al pretty much said, well, you know, it got to be a safe space and all that. And let me challenge these stupid people. Brother Al was very dumb. This man cheated on his wife, right? Armon Wiggins never been with a woman in day in his life. He told me personally, women make his stomach turn. I have been with 2 women in my life. Recently, just been with one on last year. I can count on my hands the women that I've been with. And let me tell you, I had a situation. I had an entanglement with a woman that I've known for a long time. And I knew that the dynamic was going to be different. Even though she eats yoni, or she have dealt with women, she didn't agree with me dealing with men. Now, mind you, the man that she have dealt with, knocked up with a baby, wanted her to delete the baby, you know, knocked her across the head, etc. But he's straight. But he will knock you across the head in a wheelchair, right? So let's talk about it. Let it sink in. So she sent a text because I'm very honest who I am, who I sleep with, who I do. I'm very honest because I don't want you to play this game. I had a friend that lived in Virginia, married a woman knowing he liked men, and literally dumped a woman because he didn't like her no more, couldn't get it up, and the woman was complaining about his secrets with men. He dumped her, married another woman, and finally got her pregnant to cover up the lie. Anyway, we'll talk more about that. But this woman that I was talking to, I said, hey, you know, she said, well, I don't want to deal with you, blah, blah, blah. Now, she always say that, all because of your lifestyle. We can't be friends. But guess who she going to keep calling? Because all the men that you deal with, hit you across your head, and I'll take your phone call because I'm still a good friend. You just in an effed up situation. You taking it out on me. No, the lifestyle that you should be focused on is stop dating men that knock you across your head and pump you up with babies. Be concerned with that lifestyle, all right? You can change another type of lifestyle who you hump. Anyway, if you just got the discipline and the consistency. But I knew Claudia wasn't going to agree with that. I knew she wasn't good. I knew she didn't like what Al did to his wife, Star Jones. I know this. I'm not stupid. And Armon pretty much, it said, would you date a man if they be honest? And Claudia said something so great. She said, listen, if he's honest, then yes. I know it, just be honest. You would get further being honest than hiding. I think the problem with down low man, bisexual man, they want to keep that a secret because they know that woman is going to say no. They know it. So I'm going to just keep it a secret. No, don't do that. Just tell her the truth, because why build up something that when she find out, it's a possibility it will be destroyed. It will end. So be honest. And so the women that now that come into my life, you know, and all that type of stuff, they understand who I'm into, who I sleep with, what I'm into, that I'm bi. Being bi, that you like women and men. Just make it simple. You like women, you like men. So I'm going to tell you. And Claudia disagreed with Armon and Al. And Al and Claudia was bumping heads. Now, a major part of this show that was bumping heads, Al pretty much, they were talking about allegations of L.A. Reid and Russell Simmons. And Al said, I don't believe of them as and somebody. I've been knowing them for over 20 years. Let me drink some tea. And Claudia was like, just because you've known them for 20 years, been at their house eating barbecue, don't mean that they ain't S.A. these people. And then Armon was like, we need all the evidence. We got to get all the evidence. We got to believe it. If women do this, y'all believe it. When men do it, y'all believe them not to do it. Y'all give them a pass, but men do it, y'all do it. We got to see all the evidence. And Claudia said, just because a person don't have all the facts, all the orders or what happened, all the evidence, don't mean that it didn't happen. Because everybody don't remember when you're dealing with trauma. Some people suppress the trauma because she's speaking from a personal experience. And you know what they started doing? Laughing. Al started to laugh at Claudia. Even Armon, they was giggling. I said, this ain't going to work. Claudia feel her ego was bruised, and you laughing at my pain? Because she was talking about having some legislation about people that get abused, that lie about it, they should be charged. And I read Brian Banks' book, and he's believing the same thing. He believed that if you lie and perjure yourself, you should get 100 years in prison. Because if you lie and put somebody in prison for saying they R-word you, you should serve a minimum of 25 to 30 years. So they start to giggle at Claudia. I said, this is bad. Then the colorist talk. Armon showed his true colors. I don't care if you're black, you're ugly, I'm going to say it. Blah, blah, blah. And Al had to say, well, what you said is blatantly colorism. Armon didn't care. He's a blatant on colorist. He said all the time. He called, and this is why I should have been on that show. He called OG a monkey. So we already knew this man. Well, y'all didn't know he is a blatant colorist, and he ain't gonna make it far. He think he gonna make it far. He better stay in that Ricky Lane, that flash screen, because you ain't gonna be on mainstream now with them colorist ideas and cancellation. And he did it, and I knew then he put an axe in his career. And that's why I told the producer, I'm just looking, I'm getting emails, I'm just looking. He's just destroying it. He just showed his true colors. And he was trying to be himself, all that, and he's coming in as a colorist. He coming in anti-women, anti-dark women. He just came in with the idea and just said it. No, we don't know. He did all that with his dumb self. Then when Claudia challenged him and said, listen, y'all making me feel what I went through and laughing, that's not right. And then Armon, she embarrassed Armon, made Armon apologize, embarrass him, change his whole spirit of the show. Because he was talking all that mess, made Claudia feel bad, made her cry, and she challenged it, and he had to apologize. Then when they went to the next segment, Armon's whole attitude changed. She shut him down. She set him up, and he fell for the okie doke. You got to go in knowing the spirit of a woman. I wouldn't have did that because she the H woman INC in charge. Funky Dineva and Claudia fell out. If you understand history, Funky Dineva said, I don't have a problem with Flame Monroe. Who I got a problem with is Claudia Jordan. Why you got a problem with Claudia? See, you understand? And then Funky Dineva was being messy. I think Armon Wiggins should get the position. You know why he picked Armon Wiggins outside of T.S. Madison? Outside of Flame, because Armon Wiggins was embarrassing Claudia. It wasn't because he was bringing in the viewership, because when we checked the data, Armon Wiggins got less than the Flame, Dusty, T.S. Madison and way less than fucking Anita. So it wasn't about the ratings. It was about that Armon Wiggins and Al had an ally to drag Claudia. Don't you be stupid. That's why he gave him a shout out. It wasn't because he did a damn good job. He brought in the ratings. No, he did a damn good job, if you want to call it that, by dragging Claudia. He embarrassed Claudia. Why do you think Claudia ain't gonna block Wiley? Because I'm going to take up for it, but I may drag her the next day. But this time, they did embarrass it. They cut her off. Because men have a tendency to dominate women. They come in with a dominant spirit. Yeah, they bottoms in the bedroom, but they showed up like two feminine tops by interrupting this black woman and didn't let her speak. She had to fight to speak, and she's the moderator. They overtalked her. They kikied and giggling and was gagging. And what did Claudia do? I said, the best thing she could do, play victim, get the women on your side, and it worked. Now, he got dragged because she played the victim. Because you already laughing at my trauma, so I'm going to play the victim. I'm going to pull a Wiley card when he played victim, when Flame was dragging him. Let me who the heart hit. And when she did that, I read the feed. They all dragging. Get him out of here. He don't like black women. Fire her. Bring Dusty back. They turned against him. And I was reading the comments. They said, Al should apologize. He wrong. He messy. Did he cheated on his wife? They was bringing it up. I'm reading the comments. And so is Claudia. I'm just sitting here reading. I'm looking at Armon. We can't blame Wiley. Wiley ain't up on there dragging black women, not Wiley, because I ain't stupid. You got to know your audience. You got to know what platform you're, dummy. Now, I'm in the chat because they re-aired it, and I knew Armon was pissed. And I'm in the chat because I'm going to represent Wiley, whether it's one person. So Armon, he jumped in the chat in Fox Soul Chat when they played the replay. And he said, quote, I'm going to bring Armon with me everywhere go. I love this week. I'm going to read it how he wrote it. However, I will never dim my light or not be myself, or I will be doing a disservice to my core. What is his core? Dragging black women. Okay? What is his core? Dragging black women. That is Armon Wiggins' core. Let's read another comment Armon Wiggins said in the chat. Well, we screenshot will be going on our website on www.wileythetroll.com in the morning. He said, he came back. I'm never dimming my light to make someone else feel comfortable. He was doing the dig at Claudia. See, Claudia, you see these comments? Now, when I didn't get the gig, because y'all said I was trolling in the comments, he is saying how he ain't gonna never dim his light to make you feel comfortable. He felt like you was a crybaby. See, Claudia, you deserve it because you backdoored me by getting Armon and you thought you had your big one. You didn't get the viewership. You left that crying, left that hurt. I would have never done that. Even though you dragged me about my eye and giggled, you're going to reap what you sow. That happened after Flame Monroe. I knew I was going to get my victory. You sat there and you cried. I didn't cry when Flame Monroe talked about my eye and accused me doing Ozempic. Didn't care. Who cares? I talked about for a click of the view. You held on to that. You didn't like it. But where was my sympathy? Where was my Kleenex when I was getting dragged? And when you giggled, you sat there and laughed when Flame Monroe dragged me and you was laughing. And didn't bring me on the live to defend myself. And you see how them gay men did? They double teamed you. Now, where is the flame? Hello? Where is the he, she, we? Where is the fan? Where's the flame? Why did she run to your rescue when those cavemen were dragging you, black woman? Where were they at? Where was Flame? Where was the burning bush? Where was the red wig? She was there when she was dragging Wiley. She was there when she said all Wiley do is tell lies. Didn't she say, I don't qualify to be on Fox, so all I do is tell salacious lies? But then you bring Armon Wiggins coming in and deny being a colorist, and he yet is a colorist. Talk back to me in this chat. You brought a man that literally destroyed the spirit of a black woman to get back at Wiley, all because he looks straight in the camera. But his heart is dark when it comes to black women. Where you at, Claudia? Now, anytime Irish comes up a shout out, when Claudia gave us a shout out, because it was a shout out, baby, you shout our name and said the Wiley Show, you shout us out. Whether you want to believe it or not, it was a shout out. Take it as you leave it. You said my name publicly, baby, it's a shout out. You said it with a shout with authority. And let's go back. I'm gonna go down here. We talking about it today. This is why I had to rest. I couldn't do it yesterday because I was sleeping, but I'm fully awake. Because I don't like phony and fake people that laugh in your face and then backstab you, and then they want me to come and rescue you. Baby, you got to get this smoke like Armon Wiggins got to get this smoke. Both y'all got to get a whooping because y'all both was wrong. But give me a second here. So I said Claudia gave the Wiley Show a shout out in front of Armon Wiggins. Wow. Hashtag Foxo, hashtag TGIF. Thank you, Foxo TV. Hashtag the Wiley Show will be on TGIF one day. This is Claudia. Quote, that wasn't a shout out. You was just leaving so many questions in the comment section that I read 2 questions and was laughing. Let's not make this bigger than it is. Well, you don't know the difference between a question and a statement. I made a comment, not a question. I said my niece will not use a restroom with the flames, Monroe, at all. I don't agree with it. And I made another comment about it. So again, you're trying to dilute what I'm doing, baby. You can't. Be honest on how Armon Wiggins made you feel, sister. Y'all talk about Monique inequality, how he dragged Monique, told her to shut up. And why did you not bring up when he was dragging Jason Lee and felt that he was mistreated, burned his book? And this is the dirtiness of Brother Al and that messed up fade. They was talking about colorism. Let me tell you how dirty and low down Al is. Al said, yeah, Claudia, because you dealt with some colorist allegations, and tell us how you feel about that. And pretty much tell us how to feel when you were doing that. I'm not going to talk about that. I've already apologized. Let's move on. Al, you didn't have to bring it up. You a dirty dog. Dirty. He brought that up to Claudia. He brought it up to it, and she got to change the subject. This woman, I've never seen this woman changing the subject so quickly. She already had to change the subject about Candy. This is all on the live. Al made sure to embarrass Claudia. And the reason why the show ain't working, because ego, this show ain't gonna last long. Ego's in the building, baby. Egos, they trashing allies, friendship. It ain't gonna work because all y'all care about friend. Al thinking about sleeping with married men again, wealthy, white, R-words, offenders. He gonna sleep with them and protect them. Armon Wiggins protect R-words, predators, because he protect Larry Reed. This is why I will never shut up and stop talking about these people because they wicked. How dare you say you stand up for people? You don't stand up. You didn't stand up to Larry Reed. You didn't even believe Larry. And Lamontre said, sit your black behind. I don't give a damn because you on a fast. Shut up about that fast. You come out better being a drunk. You still just as evil sober like you're evil when you're slicking in that stinking liquor. And look at Tea Time in the chat. Let me put her on the chat for a second. Look at Tea Time. Let's put Tea Time on the chat. And this woman have been criticizing the Wiley Show for years. Oh, this is why you're not growing. This is why you're not. And here she is in the chat, a woman. I do agree that Armon views will not work well for the mainstream, but he's great on TV. But she just be criticizing me, saying I'm a stalker, obsessed. All this is why you ain't growing, lying on our name, don't donate at all. Just lying. She donate one time and just talk so much mess, but yet she in the chat. This is why I stopped watching. You still watching. Because she's a black woman first. You know why she coming in the chat saying amen? Because I'm defending a black woman. Black women gonna stick together too. Just like 2 black gay men gonna stick together. Talk back to me in the chat. She dragged me in the chat and multiple times been dragging me for Phil in that chat. You ain't growing. You ain't gonna beat nothing. Speaking deaf and still watching. If I ain't going, you ain't growing either, because why would you watch a show that ain't growing? That means you ain't growing. That means you stinking. But yet you coming, now you want to come in the live feed. But you were just dogging me all in the chat, talking about me like a dog. And won't even donate. I respect you if you put a check on it. You're dogging me out in the chat. And these people, they be just dogging me out. Come in the chat, all that fake love. Even moderators I had to get rid of. I had to get rid of one. She dogging me in the chat and got surprised that she got removed. How dare you in that wig trash me on another platform in the chat and think that you're not going to be removed. Don't take my kindness for weakness, honey. I am a man and I will have and express my authority when it comes to my bed. You will be removed. You can keep them emails because I ain't reading it. Keep it. Go over there with the Deborahs of the world and dog me in the amen corner. But guess what? You can't go to no other chat because they ain't going to put the name and say my name. I can tell you another channel, but they got to put my name in the chat, in the title, and they ain't going to give me that clout. So go on over there to them other channels, and as soon as you try to say my name, you will be blocked. Oh, I got to tell you, they didn't already block my name in the chat, so it won't work. You think I'm not in the chat, honey? I'm right there watching you live, and y'all be shocked. Oh, he caught me. It's your real name. You think I ain't watching you on the... This is what... Going over there with Deborah. Y'all can sit there together and drag Wiley. Two desperate single women ain't gonna never get a man, dogging Wiley, and wish that you can have a Wiley, because at least I know how to stay and not abandon my children. Amen? I don't just pump babies into women and leave them. You would hope that you get a Wiley. Because you ain't got no good straight man. Wait, where he at? Yeah, he's straight. He moves straight up out there into somebody else's yoni and ain't paying that child support. And that's why you got to work 15 jobs. But he's straight, right? So, back to Claudia. And I love Claudia. But my thing is this. You play a dirty trick and you got hit. I knew it was going to happen. I set it up. Ain't giving me the position. Ain't coming on the show, going on other people's show. Okay, watch me set this up. And I set it up. You really thought, oh, let me get under Wiley's skin. You ain't going to get under my skin. But I knew Armon Wiggins was going to get under your skin. I knew it. Because I know Armon Wiggins. I studied that man. I knew he was going to come there ignorant, trash your relationship, because he don't give a damn about the relationship. I think they call it because he's a Gemini. That's what they said. Geminis do stupid stuff like that. Geminis is the bipolar of the zodiac sign. That's what Geminis are, the bipolar of the zodiac sign. And I knew he was going to trash that. I knew it. And I was like, you got to come back all the time. And then when Armon was trashing Claudia's relationship, oh, Armon, that's Claudia's friend too. You got to come back again. Production, make him permanent. And I'm just sitting there gagging. Now, the ratings was low. It was low. It was low. It was low. You could have brought Wiley on. Why you? I just don't understand. Yes, I'm going to still advocate that we want the job, because I'll be there next week asking for the job. Going to the producers. Y'all make sure y'all keep sending them emails to the people over there, to the bosses over there. We still going to beg for that job or a position over there at Fox. We still begging. We still going to beg and still work at the same time. Baby, I can beg and do entertain and do a show. Why not? Beg and do a show. I'm about to get this one of my female homegirls' nails done just to get it in with her. You know what I'm saying? She already laid. She says she like Young Miami. If you know anything about Young Miami, you got enough coin, you can get the draws. Okay? Give me a second. I'm going to take my shoes off. I want to take my shoe and get comfortable. I'm about to get her nails done, send her Uber Black, and get her hair done just to get the draws. At least I'm honest. And she know it because I'm a comedian. She watched the show. You know, she looked good, but she looked good, but dang, I tied this shoe so tight. Good God Almighty. Paul, why you tie my shoe up that tight? What? It's really tight. I mean, you really put a knot in. Good God Almighty, man. What you tie my shoe up like that for? I'm going to have to dock your pay you tied up there. You know my foot is twisted. Did they say I'm a slew foot? Did you tie it up there when we left the gym and went to that donut shop? Well, that's what they said. They said I go to the donut shop after the gym. They said that's what Flame and Run that wig said. So because that glitch was horrible. So we gonna be on Foxo. And this is why I tell y'all to go reach out to Foxo, text Foxo, email Foxo, reach out to Foxo. We've been telling y'all that forever. Okay, let me see if I still got the emails of the Foxo. Give me a second. Do I still got them emails? Give me a second. I believe I do. Give me 1 second, y'all. Because y'all need to do the homework. One thing about Wiley, we gonna entertain. I'm trying to find it of the Foxo people. If y'all have that email, send it to me, you guys. Email, I believe I have it. I'm gonna find it. All right, and moderators, when I post something in there, y'all make sure y'all save this messages and copy and paste it. I'm trying to find it because somebody said they sent it to me. All right, hold on. I got him. Thank you, Jesus. All right. All right. I'm trying to find it. All right. God is so good. I said, God is good. Come on, let me find it. I'm trying to find this email because I'm going to find it. Oh, I got it right here. Let me copy and paste that. Welcome. Somebody say your face look good. Hey, don't we look good here? All right. That's one person email. Let me send another person email. Hold on. I'm trying to find it all. So give me a second. Don't worry. I'm going to type it. Because I need y'all to email the people. And we're going to get it together. Make sure y'all share this live. And we're going to open up the phone lines. Monica, all about the tea. Welcome. We know Claudia is messy. Some of y'all just shocked that she messy. But we ain't shocked because I've been around a lot of messy women. I was in church. And that's the WrestleMania of messiness. In church. Let me make sure I spell that right. AGN. Okay, hold on. I'll take my time. All right, let me spell that again. AGN. All right. AA. Give me a second, y'all. All right. Those are emails. Moderators, copy and paste that. Those are emails. All right. Oh, wait. I didn't put that for Facebook? Hold on, y'all. All right. Y'all should be able to see that. Okay. We didn't send emails. Send it to their bosses. Thank you. Okay. Send it to their bosses. Thank you. Now, I want to say this in closing. People have to understand that when you do a panel show, you have to know how to be a team player. Now, when you do a show by yourself, it's just you. But when you do a panel show, you have to know when to talk, when not to talk. It's chemistry, right? And this is why it's good to start out doing panel shows on your show. So when you do a show with a panel, you can feed energy. This is why I had to learn how to do it, because I was dominant. I had a dominant person. So I had to learn how to let this person talk, that person talk, Katie talk one-on-one talk, Storm talk. You know what I'm saying? All of these other people talk. You have to learn. Letting Brianna talk, letting Couture talk. You know, you have to learn that. That's why it's so important to do panel shows so you can understand the flow. It's the difference between becoming a solo artist than being in a group. You got to understand the data, and it take rehearsal, it take time for it. You got to understand what type of show it is. You got to know how to read the room. A lot of people don't know how to read the room. You didn't see me in that troll in that press conference. You see me with that whole that. I know you got to know how to read the room. Amen. So I just think Armon didn't read the room correctly, and his people didn't support. Why his people didn't support? Because they want to see him drag rappers. The people, the audience that he had, they follow him only when he drag rappers. Understand, if this was a musical show, dragging rappers, criticizing music, etc., beefs, he would thrive. He's not that versatile in his messaging, in his topics. It's all, majority of it, because I studied it, is dragging rappers and Tasha. Dragging black women. So if it's a show about dragging black women, he would thrive. But he will not be successful if a successful black woman in the middle, she ain't gonna allow it. She gonna challenge him everything. And his ego get Bruce. He's used to being the king in his castle. But he's hard to get embarrassed on a national platform. He got embarrassed. His ego got, I tried to tell you. I'm glad that he got embarrassed, because it confirmed what Couture said. He have a problem with black women. It confirmed what Brother Wiley been saying for years, that the man don't like black women like that. And he's not that versatile. He just talk about black women and rappers. He ain't gonna talk about no politics. If he do, he gonna know what the hell he talking about. Well, I don't know. The man was driving in the pandemic and didn't even know we was in the whole pandemic. I don't know what the world he was doing. The man was just driving, saying, I gotta go to Best Buy. Didn't even know that we in a whole pandemic. And didn't even know what was going on. That's yikes. I was like, that's anyway. But Nicki Minaj can't sneeze without him dissecting it. JT can't even go doo-doo without him. That last episode was cringy. It didn't have them, it was cringy. I watched it. I watched it live with the glitches because my internet on my phone, I was in a secret location, in the words of Armon. I'm gonna take that from Armon. He took get in there with Brother Malcolm. For Michael, what was the man name? Michael, whatever his name is. So I'm gonna take recording live from a secret location. I'm gonna take that. He took somebody get in. He didn't create get in here. I'm gonna take that, just like I took Milagro Rams and put the Wiley show steak on it. So I was in a secret location, and I was literally not having the best, I couldn't really see it live like that. So, but I was still able to see the live chat. So when I watched the replay, read the comments, I said, wow, this is not good. Armon just wasn't a good fit for the show. I just think that he just wanted the controversy of Fucking Aniva, but Fucking Aniva ain't a stupid man. He can talk about politics. He can talk about religion. He could talk about finances. He could talk about other things. He's a very intelligent entertainer. Armon is entertaining, but he's not that versatile. It's a limitation. It's certain things he just can't talk about. It's just not. He can't do it. He dominates talking about a limited viewpoint of rappers, because he don't talk about all the rappers, all the female. It's hundreds of them. Talk about a handful. And it was a bad experience. It was terrible. He flopped and failed. He did. I'm not being jealous. I'm reading the comments. The people said, we want Wiley, or we want Dusty. They didn't say they want Dusty. They said, bring Dusty back. He said, bring Dusty back. They want Dusty. What's the man named Dusty? He flopped and failed. He was giggling way too much. He flopped and failed. They want Dusty. They did say they want Dusty back. What the man name is? Dusty? Dusty. They said bring Dusty back. They said, is it Dusty? What's the man name? Is it Dusty? He look good too. Oh, Dustin. Okay. I thought the man name was Dusty. Oh, they say he not Dusty. I think they said Armon Wiggins is Dusty. Okay. Dustin. Okay, Dustin. Okay. Anyway, I'm here to tell you I'm ignorant. But nevertheless, I watched each episode and it was a train wreck for Armon. It was a train wreck. I knew Armon was going to talk. I got the receipts, baby. I got the receipts of him trashing, disagreeing with Claudia. Professionally, he didn't really drag her like he really would, but it was a gag. It was terrible. It was really terrible. Now he get the position or not, it was terrible. He didn't get the viewership. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't fucking not even numbers. Fucking not even only. Like, I'm gonna broadcast this. He only said it because he was dragging Claudia. In my closing remarks. So we're gonna open up the phone lines and let you all call in, but bear with us until we get the phone lines open. All right, bear with us, okay? But we love you all dearly for y'all massive support, and thank you. We're gonna open up the phone lines. We'll allow you all to talk because I had to come on here really quickly and let you all come out here and give y'all thoughts. Because so many people were emailing, when you going live, Wiley? When you going live? Please go live. Okay. We're going to put the numbers on here because y'all was really emailing me. And I said, hey, y'all want me to know? All right. 972-674-9462. 972-674-9462. Call in. Now is the time for a man who wants to work in Hollywood. He have a weird way of showing it. Yeah, you got to be careful. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show. Hey, what's up? What's up?
So I watched it. I had to click off. I was so disturbed. I was so disgusted. I was listening to it. I was out shopping with my mom, and we both listened to it. She was disgusted too. Like, see, he said it to the wrong person, but he said it to Lovely T. Lovely T would clap back out on Mom. But yeah, you know what? It was a fail. It was a fail. I like Fox Soul, but I like it better if Armon did not take over. It would be better if he not on it. It would be better with you on it or Lovely T. In fact, if you was on it, you were waiting. So, at this point, Armon, you're trying to get canceled at this point. You're trying to get canceled.
And I think that, and I'm so glad you said it, because people will say, while you're hating, you're jealous. No, I knew a lot of those, how you talk about black women, and the colorist one, that was the big one. Oh, if you're ugly, yeah, it is. I'm keeping it real. But you got a lot of black, dark-skinned women like, bruh, that's color. It's a different time. And this is why I tell Armon, you come out better building up that Ricky Lake studio, them flash screens, them mics, and build up your own kingdom. Because if you're trying to go to that Hollywood route, you're not going to be set unless you dropping them draws. You might as well cheat on your man and drop them draws, and you have more control. But trying to say all that, you're just not going to be that successful. You ain't going to be on The View with that. You will be off the air. You won't be able to talk with that. You'll be off the air quickly. So I just think personally, I think that stick with creating your own. This is why it's nothing wrong with creating. Do not abandon your show, because that's one of my criticisms from my brother Armon Wiggins. And also Fucking Aniva. They said Fucking Aniva abandoned his platform. They say he abandoned his platform. That's why a lot of people don't watch his show, because he was doing something good, but then he disappeared. Like, you can't do that and claim that you gonna be faithful. Because he said, I'm gonna be faithful every day, Monday to Friday. And he did that for 1 week and stopped. Now he back, not hardly doing nothing. So, but also what I've learned from Fucking Aniva, I'm sorry. What I've learned from him, that he's very diverse. He could wear the wig, but he also could take the wig off and have an intelligent conversation. So I just think he's just not a one-trick pony. I think Armon Wiggins is a one-trick pony, and it's criticizing black women and female rap.
Yeah, he's been doing that. When I spoke to him on Instagram, he asked me, "Did you like Lil Nas X music video?" And I said, "Yes." I came how he came out, and he freaking just judged me like that. And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" He just said, "Judge me." I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Mm.
And yeah, and his last name called him out. He said, "If he said you like Lil Nas X music too." I said, "Do you like Lil Nas X?" He said, "Yes." I said, "You can't judge me when you liked it." I clapped back at it, and that made him cry. I clapped back. I was not playing. So you know what? That's what he does. And if people want to drag you, wait till they find out, and they're gonna say, "Oh, Wiley and Hustle are right," and they're not gonna apologize. They're not. Wait till they prove them wrong. Wait till we prove them wrong. Just you wait.
I agree, and that's why I feel like it's very important to see it, and it's very important to be consistent. And when I look up, and I was very consistent in my criticism in Armon Wiggins. Now, I was happy for the position because we created it. We created the narrative for him to get it. I think he effed up because he became so extremely controversial when fucking Aniva was pretty much got the boot for his controversy, for him criticizing people. So you got to understand, fucking Aniva left for a reason. He left because the people, they say, "Hey man, you too controversial. Time that down. You don't, you out of here." And guess what? He not on Fox Soul. So I just think with Armon, he took what fucking and took it to a 100,000 million%. And that's crazy because you're not gonna have a long-term future because Fox Soul got sponsors. So I don't think Armon understand the business behind media. He don't. Fox Soul is not a YouTube. It's on YouTube, but this is a show. When they in commercial break with high brands, with American brand that Americans love. I mean, they have is that there, and I feel like that's a disservice because you have these same ad agencies that deal with Fox Soul. We go to them. Wiley, your show too controversial, but Fox Soul got the same controversy. But you know the difference between Fox Soul and the Wiley show? What's the difference? They're white owned and I'm black. That's the only difference. That's a major difference. They're more faithful with white owned corporation. They call it mainstream media, and then black media suffers. So
yeah, like
they tell us we controversial. That's why we can't put an ad on your show. But on Fox Soul, they have the same controversy, but they're white and we're black. And according to the spirit, it was a saying back in the day: if you're black, get back. If you're brown, stick around. If you're white, you're right. That's what they used to say back in the day, and that still exists according to how they treat black-owned media, because we only get 1% of the ad dollars. What is ad dollars? That's money to help your show grow. But it's hard to grow as media if you ain't getting no advertising dollars. That's why you have to depend on the people. Donate, cash out. Fox News ain't got to do that. Fox Soul ain't got a cash app or Venmo. Why? Because they get all the ad money.
Exactly.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly. No, I'll let you finish. I agree with you. Like the thing with Armon, if he could have got ads or sponsors or make merch. Because I would buy his merch, no problem. Because I don't mind when people's merch. I got Phil Scott's merch. I got Dr. Richie in the bullpen. In fact, it should have been you and Dr. Richie hosting Fox Soul. This is like your channel's entertaining, mine and Dr. Richie.
Yeah.
But Armon, your channel's not entertaining no more. It's not better than Indisputable because they speak on very good topics. I need to reach out to Dr. Richie so you could be on his in his panel because he said he's looking for more people. He has mentioned it. He needs more people. So you really need to reach him out.
Definitely send me a DM and an email so I can get in contact. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, I need to. He has an email like Indisputable.
Yeah, just send it to me. Thank you, brother.
I'll text you it. But you need to reach him out. He would love to have you in the bullpen.
Oh, thank you.
His topics are real.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I love that. I would love that. It would be an honor. Thank you, sir, for calling in.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday. I know you're gonna be booed up watching the Super Bowl, correct?
Yep, I bought some snacks already.
Oh, you bought the sex. Who are you gonna represent? The Chiefs. You know who you.
Well, my dad, he bet both teams. So what he decided to do, if the 49ers win, he gets money. If the Chiefs win, he gets way more money. But I asked my fans, and they all said Kansas City Chiefs. So I got the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs.
All right. Well, we thank you so very much. You know who I got? Usher. That's who I want to have. I got
You know he's gonna bring out. You know he's gonna bring out.
I hope some antibiotics, but who is he gonna bring out?
He's gonna bring out Ludacris, Little John, and Alicia Keys.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see those beautiful people. I got my antibiotics ready.
He mentioned Young Jeezy. He mentioned Young Jeezy's gonna join him, but I hope he does.
Oh.
He mentioned DJ. He mentioned DJ Khaled.
Good.
So DJ Khaled comes out, that'd be good.
That's some good looking man there. Woo! I'm gonna be ready. That's some good chocolate.
Me too.
Him gonna be sweating. He gonna take his shirt off. Somebody who way to make it good. I'm just kidding. I mean, listen to all the lyrics, but baby, I don't care. I'm just gonna sit there with my juice, and I'm gonna just watch him sweat on stage.
I'm gonna watch it too. So that's why I had to get my hair retwisted, and I haven't. So we're gonna make some wings, chili. So we got everything. So we're making wings and some dip. He makes homemade dip. My dad. If you want the recipe for the homemade dip, I can send it to you. I'll tell you what you need to get.
Oh, please send me the recipe. I would love to have some dip and some air fried chicken. Please send me the recipe.
Okay,
I love that.
Do you have sour cream? Do you have sour cream?
I can buy some sour cream. I can go to the store and buy some.
So you get sour cream and you get the Here Value.
Oh, you're gonna give me the recipe now, or are you gonna email it to me?
I'm giving it to you now when we're on phone. So you get the sour cream.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me give my phone so I can. Let me get my pen here. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I want to make sure I get my notes because I want to make sure I get that recipe because it's very important because I would love to get some dip. Okay, go right ahead. Now, what's the recipe?
It's homemade dip, so you need sour cream.
Okay, sour cream.
And Here Value Ranch seasoning packet.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. What was the thing? The seasoning pack. What was the thing before the seasoning packet?
Sour cream.
Okay.
That's basically it. That's basically what my dad put in it.
Okay, that's what your dad put in it. Okay.
Those are the two things.
Okay. All right.
I'll send you the picture of how he makes it.
Okay. You're gonna see it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll send you the picture of what we're cooking and stuff.
Okay. Please don't send me the picture.
Yeah, we're gonna be busy cooking all morning. We cooked the chili. We just cooked the chili today.
Oh, y'all cooked the chili. Oh, so chili is really good the next day. I love me some chili.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so very much for that.
No problem.
I'm gonna tell my producer and to get the ingredients so we can have some sour cream and some chili on tomorrow while I watch me some Usher. And
I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl commercials. That's the one thing I came here for.
Yeah, I gotta watch the commercial. Yes.
Oh, I saw the commercial. DJ Khaled sent me the commercial he was in. It's the Gatorade commercial. It actually has a slogan on the water bottle. That says, "We the best." I'm getting that water bottle.
Very interesting. Thank you so very much for that. I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing the commercials as well.
No problem.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye. All right. We thank you all so very much for your. There's only one show like the Wiley Show. Okay. We want to thank you all so very much. God bless you. we done. We're gonna ask for some money at this time. If you do not know that we gotta ask for it, okay? Cash App us, $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com. Go to our website, www.wileythetroll.com. We talked about Jada Pinkett Smith. We talked about Fox Soul debacle. So make sure y'all go check that out and other articles that we have on there. Leave a comment, leave a like. We want to thank you all so very much for that. For those that have supported, for those that haven't, you still got time to support. And also, we want to make a quick announcement here. Couture Bay and myself, y'all know, we will be in Vegas for the meet and greet at the Palace Station Hotel and Casino. We're going to link up there. We're going to have a beautiful time, April 26th through the 28th. And I'm excited to see the Bay Squad and the producers and Katie Talk 101, so many other people that will be coming to see us, and the Las Vegas producers, etc. A new producer he's a producer, he's coming. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. That is April 26th through the 28th. And if you have any information, you can always email me at WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. Please email us. We will look forward to that particular email. That's WileyShowProductions@gmail.com. That's in April. Some of you all will get your tax dollars very soon. So use that to come to the trip so you can turn up, all right? Or you could turn up to get a boost of energy and inspiration to be around Wiley. You will be inspired. And you will be inspired being around me. You need to be around some masculine alpha energy. So Couture will be there with us. You need to be around some alpha energy, not a beta. We're not a beta on here. So definitely, I would love to see you all there. Need to be around alpha. If you can't attend, donate so I can have a good time. All right. Donate so I can have a good time. Amen. So that's the Cash App, $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle, WileyShow@gmail.com. We would love to see y'all. All right. Thank you all so very much. I've been working on the gym. The weight is coming off. My friend, I met him at the gym and met him at the gym. Beautiful chocolate brother. He's straight. And he was trying to get a job to become a personal trainer. And of course, he didn't get the position because he didn't sign up enough people. And so I got his Instagram information. I was like, follow me on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. We followed each other and we just built up a friendship. We went to the Bulls game, beautiful Bulls game. My members met him on the membership, members only. Beautiful brother. He have a car. I don't have a car. So he was just driving me around. We pay him to drive me around. And he's just getting inspired. You know what I'm saying? He plays the keyboard, a beautiful keyboard player, organ player. So we will be introducing him on the show so he can see how we do things. And he's a singer, got his bachelor's degree in music, some in music. I think it's bachelor. I know he went to college, got his bachelor in music, some with music. Beautiful brother. And just a great all-around guy, straight. And I love hanging around straight people. And I have so many straight friends. And because I'm not ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I'm ignorant. I could be ignorant. But I have a lot of straight. I'm starting to get a lot of straight friends. Actually, I have more straight friends than the gay friends, right? Because I'm breaking that spirit of gay people can't be friends with straights. And, that's crazy because people believe that. But no, I don't look at you in that interest. Now, if you good looking, you just good looking, right? But you don't cross that it's boundaries you just don't cross. You got to have friends. So a beautiful straight friend, straight, and just amazing, college educated, and it's just great. So I think a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, it's great. And I have a great conversation with so many beautiful straight men. I have a lot of straight women friends, right? It's different with the straight women friends because let me keep that to myself. But this beautiful straight, she's very straight and thick. And she's a friend, you know what I'm saying? I want more than a friendship, but you know, with women, they put you in the friend zone and you got to be there until a crack open up in the door. Okay. Almost like a butt crack. So a crack open, you know, when you get your opening, every brother know it's about the long game, right? Because eventually that door will open, especially if you become more successful. It will open even quickly, faster, especially if you get a body and all that type of stuff. And she will be coming, seeing me on stage eventually. So once the money start rolling in, I can roll, you know, we can roll. I don't understand women. Women want money. It's a spirit of women want, you know, and I'm going to be the type of brother I will help if I get But nevertheless, we thank you for that. And I'm just really thinking about our date because we're going on a friend date. Me and her going on a friend date. We're going out for drinks, friend date. And I'm looking forward to the friend date. She's so amazing. I don't care if she got 5 kids. Who cares about that? Not like who cares? She had 5 kids. She'll be a great mother of 6 more, you know. Because Steve Harvey had a wife, correct? Paul did. His wife now had children, and they all changed his name to his name because he got the wealth and the power. So that's just how that goes. Now, when I say we're going out for drinks, you're not going to be around me sloppy drunk. I don't do that. Going out for drink, one drink. I don't like sloppy women, sloppy drunk women. That irritates me. I don't like that irritates me. I like a good buzz, little buzz, like that's it. But sloppy drunk women, Now sloppy drunk men, I don't like that either. Like throwing up, pissing everywhere. That irritates me. Just get a little buzz. Like, you know how you get to like a Red Bull, you get a little energy. That's it. But, you know, I just don't like sloppy drunk people. Because I remember we was in Vegas and we left a restaurant. This dude was so drunk. We had to carry him. And shout out to Leo the Lioness because she had to take it. I ain't give a damn. He could have stayed up. Because my thing is, why are you drinking all this? Like, baby, you wear 50 pounds, drunk all them big ass liquor. It was drunk. We had to carry. He fell up the stairs. You know you drunk when you fell up the stairs. You supposed to be falling down the stairs. So we had to carry him in this room. His drunkest, I was so embarrassed. But shout out to Leo the Liner because she stayed into the lift cab because we was walking to the taxi cab because you know when you're on the strip, you have to walk to the taxi to get to our hotel because you stick with him. I ain't sticking because his stupid ass should have got drunk. See, this is why it's good to have women because women to stay there, not me. Because you're the one that said to get drunk. I drink little sips and increments. You sat there and did all that drinking on Jack, got that old face, and fell up the stairs and couldn't move. That irritated me. And please, we going to Vegas. Do not come and get drunk and we have to carry you. Don't do that. Understand. You know you can't handle more than 2 shots. Don't drink it. I had to say that one. Don't do all that unnecessary. Then you sloppy drunk. Because some of y'all get mean. You want to talk mess. Because if you get into a fight, you fight by yourself. If you can't handle, don't drink. Know your limit. So, because I'm not going to get sloppy drunk. I get a buzz, that's it. Oh, that's the way this show. Baby, I'm a what? Nah, bruh. So you got to understand your limit. And please bring your money. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, but yeah, I don't know how I got on that subject. But yeah, about female being something. So no, like, you know, we go off full of drinks. Food, really, it's a restaurant, right? Then they have drinks there or whatever. We have a good time. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen each other in a long time. It's cool, whatever the case would be. I haven't seen her in a long time. We grew up together in the church, etc. Because I ain't paying for nothing. You know that, love, Maria. I have people that be sometimes they have paid for me. I'm not paying for nobody. I'm a superstar. If you come there broke, that's on you. Don't even embarrass, because you will be embarrassed. And I'm going to take my notepad just so I can remember the jokes how I'm going to drag you. Don't play with me. Bring your money. Don't be talking about, can I send it to you in a money order? No. Now, someone asked me, are you on Ozempic? No, I can't afford Ozempic. Why y'all think I got this money? Do you know how much expensive? Baby, y'all act like Ozempic is like free prep. That costs for those injections. I couldn't afford it. I can't afford no Ozempic. I didn't even do the appointment because I thought you can go on and get you some Blue Cross Blue Shield. Blue Cross Blue Shield will not cover no Ozempic. I'm not on it. I work out every single day. I can't afford no Ozempic. Y'all don't donate enough for me to get on Ozempic. Now, if you donate enough, then maybe I would have got on Ozempic. I can't afford it because you don't donate like that. You donate enough for me to be on Ozempic? No. Baby, you get $5 and your donation, you didn't hit your limit. I don't have enough for no Ozempic. Why would I go get an Ozempic? I need to get my teeth clean. I couldn't afford that. So I'm going to neglect my teeth to go get some Ozempic? How dumb can you be? I ain't these stupid people that went to Venezuela and got some veneers and had to get 3 root canals. I'm not that type of person. I'm still saving up to get work done to my dental stuff. Amen. And times it's hard because I don't make a lot of money. I ain't rich just because I look good in chocolate. What about, I don't take none of those. Any other way, I don't take any of that. I work out every single day. If I did, I'd tell you. But I'm in the gym 7 days a week, baby. This is gym money. Okay? So I eat less, work out more. Oh, I like that. I eat less and work out more. Eat less and work out more. I'm in the gym every day. If you follow me on Instagram at Wiley Show, you'll see me on the gym every day. The problem is y'all don't follow me on these other entities. You just a YouTube fan, and that's fine. But all of my diehards, day ones that follow me everywhere, they know I'm in the gym every day. Singing gospel music, I'm loud, and I go there at night. Don't bother me. But singing my gospel, I'm in the gym 7 days a week. Sometimes I go twice a day. I have a good time, and I'm not tempted to be in. It was a very attractive dude. I know he was cruising. They call it quote unquote cruising or whatever, gay cruising. They still do that. Maybe you move around, you trying to do something you ain't really working. Well, he was working out, but I saw him on the app. Didn't pay him no mind. As soon as he went there, I don't care how you turn your head. I ain't getting off this trail, man. I'm getting my money's worth because I did that in my 20s. I did that before. Did it before. Go to the gym. Most of the time is in stretching your legs. And doing crazy. Now it's all about the gym. I'm in there for a focus, right? Absolutely. So that's the thing. I'm in the gym 7 days a week. In the gym. Flame Monroe, no, I'm there. You in this Ozempic, and Claudia getting dragged. But when is that Flame Monroe video gonna come out? Oh, she said she ain't on YouTube no more. She moved over there to TikTok. What up? Crackler, you look incredible. What's your diet like? My diet is simple. Air fried chicken, breakfast in the morning, air fried chicken, and wherever my job eat, I eat. Wherever they eat, I eat. And air fried chicken at night. If I'm thirsty, because I like something sweet, 0 sugar Gatorade, if I like something sweet. Or ice cold water, period. I keep it simple. Sometimes I put broccoli, sometimes carrots, whatever they eat at my job, I eat. And at home, air fried chicken. Not too crazy. And it worked for me. I can't speak for you. I'm not a nutrition. Go to the nutritionologist. I'm not a nutritionologist. Go to them. Go to a plant-based person, because that ain't me. I'm just doing what I do. And it's working for it's work for me. Because if you get in there and get consumed with so much information, you get lost. Just do what you can do and do it in increments. Do it piece by piece. Go 10 minutes, 20 minutes, then the next day 30 minutes. Before you know it, becomes a lifestyle. See, having a lifestyle is not always bad because we talk, oh, this is your, no, you can change your lifestyle. Just change it. You can change your lifestyle. Just like if you dealing with dudes, if you stop humping dudes, eventually you ain't gonna hump the dudes no more. It's about whatever your discipline. There is no thing to force you to do anything in this world. You have in this, unless you mentally competent, you have free will. So whatever you do with your free will, you do as you choose. You have free will. There is nothing, unless you're dementia, autism, like you have something where you need direction, like your free will, you know. But everybody have free will. So having my free will, I decided to hit the gym every day. And for me, it had been the best benefit of my mental health. It wasn't the medicine. Now, when I was on the medicine, I gained weight. And I was on it heavy. I swelled up. And the thing about them, for me, I can't speak for you. This is a personal Wiley thing. Went there, got the medicine. I was drained, uninterested. Me and Monica was on the air. It was Monica, Buffy, and somebody else on the air that we were talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm on the plan of sleep, falling out because I was tired because that medicine had me droopy. And then people said, well, change it. We changed it. Still sleepy and tired. So I said, let me check something because I don't want to do this all my life. Sorry. So I just started working out. Walking, working out. Depression, very non-existent, very low. Anxiety, zero, non-existent, very low. Thoughts, zero, non-existent. Voices, zero, non-existent. I found something that worked. For me, this is an individual thing, not for thing you do whatever your doctor tell you to do. But for me, I decided I did not want to do that. Taking meds every single day, having me sleepy, drowsy, and uninterested in doing work. And I did not want to depend upon the marijuana because that made me uninterested, drowsy, sleepy, and hungry and eating bad stuff. So I stopped doing that. So now I wake up and my sleeping pattern have gotten better. I come home from work, take a shower, go to sleep. Okay. Go to the gym because I take a nap. This never was the Wiley show taking naps. It was hard for me to sleep. I would be up for days. I could not sleep without taking it. If I didn't take that medicine, there will be no sleeping. I'm going to be up. Because my mind was just it's like traffic, like fast, like a race in your mind. Racing thoughts, they call it. So I needed something to calm me, to shut me down because I'd be up, pacing up all day. So with the gym, sweating, working, sweating, and then doing the show, I sleep for 8 hours. I take a nap, sleep for 8 hours. Sleep before the gym. My coworker said, you sleep before the gym, ain't no way I would. But that's your body. My body, I'm up. Sleep before the gym, get up, or my niece is gonna wake me up with their noise, and they do it on schedule. And got up, get it up, go to the gym. I'm in the gym. It used to be an hour. Now it's 2. Like today, it was like 2.5 hours. That's why I was late doing the show because I was live on Instagram and I was in my gospel. Because when I listen to gospel music, it make me think and do more. Because Jesus is working out with Shabbat Shatta. Baby, God is with me. Jesus is with me. So it encouraged me to go for that oil on the records. Ooh, just saying the oil made my neck tingle. The oil on the records is giving me the fuel to keep going. And when you think about something, another anointing record would come on and you would do it another hour. So some people they listen to R&B. And sometimes I do listen to R&B because after I got through listening to my gospel, how I closed out my workout session, for the love of money, I started listening for the love of money. Then I was listening to OJ's, and one thing about Spotify, then it had me listening to, what was the other song after the For Love of Money? What was the other song that I was listening to? Used to Be My Girl. And this is why I understand. I'm sorry, I thought about closing, but we're here talking. This is why people love the old school records, because in that song, oh, good loving, the girls got plenty good loving. Ask me how I know, and I'll tell you so. She used to be my girl. I respect her. When she was mine, I used to neglect her. Oh, she wanted more than I could give her, but as long as I live, she'll be my girl. She used that be my girl. She used to be my girl. She had a charming personality. That girl was so right for me. She was my girl. If I had the chance, Lord knows, I'll take her back. As a matter of fact, right away, like today, you know that's a good girl. Not only good looking, the girl was so smart. You can't beat her cooking. Now these new group of girls, they don't hardly going to cook. Oh, she asked me how I know, and I'll tell you so. She used to be my girl. Oh, deep down inside, I still love her. I place no one above her. She's warm and sensitive. For as long as I live, she'll be my girl. And if I had the chance, I'll take her back. Lord knows, as a matter of fact, right away, like today. Oh, brother, when I read the lyrics, and I shout out to Spotify, whoever created this, great. When I started looking at the lyrics and hearing it, I was in that sauna having a whole concert. I was having a whole concert to myself, like a concert to myself, and it was good because I have a good time with me, you know, and I appreciate that. And so back to my friend, my straight friend, he said, "Man, since the last time I saw you, you really losing weight." Now we saw each other. When did we go to the Bulls game? I believe we went to the Bulls game maybe 2 months ago. We went to the Bulls game. Moderators, when did I go to the Bulls game? About 2 months ago. Went to the Bulls game, and he said, "Ooh, you got even smaller." I said, "Good, because I'm in the gym, brother, every single day." And bye. Every single day I'm in the gym. And I watch people on Instagram that's into fitness. I like attractive, good-looking, in-shape men because that encouraged me to keep going. And many people say, "No, baby, it's discipline, gym, every day. The Stairmaster, the treadmill, and lifting weights. It's not Ozempic. If you think so, you think it, baby. You think it. But I don't have the money for the Ozempic. I'm sorry. But everybody's going to say, I'm not on it. If I was on it, I would tell you. I'm not on it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm in the gym every day. Do y'all check out my profile on Instagram every single day? So I just want to let you all know that. So nothing against those that are on it, but for me, I couldn't afford it. So it's either in the gym or just be big. I chose the gym. Those injections is about $300 to $400 per injection. About for my doctor. When I went and got a consultation from my doctor, my primary doctor, he also have a weight loss clinic. So when I called them, and I thought Blue Cross Blue Shield would cover it. They said no. They said it's not covered by insurance. You have to pay out of pocket. About $300 to $400 per injection. I believe that was the amount. I didn't have the $300 to $400 per injection. I now about to counsel my personal trainer because I can't afford it every month. Just can't. It don't fit with the budget. But I needed it. I just wanted it. It was great help. So this is the last month. So I'm getting all the classes that I can get out of it. So, you know, but that was a great investment for me. So shout out to my personal trainer, Tevin, for his incredible work, incredible skills that he had been doing for me. And I was going to him once a week. and it's like the last month of that. So I write my letter tomorrow to submit it to the gym to cancel the personal training, because again, I just can't afford it. It's very expensive for me. It may not be expensive when you got it, like $253 a month. Probably not expensive for you, but $253 for me a month, that's a lot, you know. And so I don't want to have to keep working every day just to afford no personal training session. So I have to cancel that. So that'll be the last month. Hurtful because I love doing it, but I'm in the gym every day anyway, whether I'm in personal training or not. I'm in the gym every single day. I just can't afford that. I'm going to miss looking at my trainer working me out. Like I said, I love good looking men. Come on, Wiley. You can do it, Wiley. You can do it, Wiley. Don't give up, Wiley. Oh, man, Wiley, you gave up. But you did good, the best. So he always encouraged me. And he makes sure I have a workout regimen that I could do, because the workout regimen, physically, some stuff I just can't do because of my disability or my condition, right? Some things I can't do. I have limitations what I can do. But so he makes sure the exercise is designed for me to do. And some stuff what I thought I couldn't do, I was actually doing. So again, it's mind over matter and just being dedicated and doing the work. And so I thank him for the work, because I remember when I first did the exercise, right? I wasn't even eating at first. And he told me, he said, man, you got to eat, you're going to fall out. I almost fell out in the gym because we was doing leg day. And didn't eat because I was in a thing eating once a day and nothing in the morning, nothing at lunch. I was doing intermittent fasting, didn't even know it. And that's kind of not good when you're working out. So you got to eat protein and all that good stuff. So now I eat in increments. I don't eat as much. Everything is in increments, little pieces of meal, portions of meals a day. And then eat at night, especially when I'm at work. I eat so much better Monday through Friday because I'm at work, because I eat whatever they eat, I eat. So when I first started, I was 400 some odd pounds. Now I'm 300 pounds. My BMI went down, and I will get weighed again in March. Because I get weighed once a month. I don't do every week. I don't do that. I just go to the doctor. So I will be back at the doctor in March to get weighed. I will be back seeing my psych doctor, because I still see her. I still see the psych doctor. I still go and see my psych doctor. She's in Dallas. So I'm going to get weighed by her, because she was one of the advocates for me to lose the weight, because she told me, she said, you're on a bad path, blood pressure, etc. And that's why I started getting on I had to get on blood pressure medicine, because I was eating unhealthy. So now my blood pressure is not high. Some days is great, so I don't take the blood pressure medicine. Most days is great. That's why I have to check it every day, because I changed my diet and I'm working out. I'm not eating all that sugar like I did, and so my blood pressure is not as high as it was. So it's just, I would say it's amazing. But my BMI is going down, and I'm excited about that. And so it's amazing. So yeah, I just been putting in the work, 30 bucks. So I just been putting in the work, man, every day. Every day I'm in the gym. Every day I'm putting in, listening to music. Every day I'm sweating, which is over 100 pounds. So it was that bad. I was on my way to, and then people started seeing the weight gain, because I went to Vegas, and people said, oh my gosh, she gained so much weight. And I did. And that was like the first opener for me to look at pictures, like a full body picture. I would just take pictures from up here. I never took a full body picture. Number one, I don't know how to take a full body picture like that. So when I went to Vegas, people took the picture. You saw the weight gain. I saw it, and I was ashamed of that. And I was ashamed. And my doctor told me, she said, if you keep living this way, you won't live long, because you're too young to have this much weight. And then I use an excuse. Oh, it's because all that medicine you put me on. I blamed the doctor. She said, no. According to the data, you should have a certain amount of body fat. You're 5-10 times 5-10 times that amount for your age and your body type and etc. But anyway, I did the work, continue to do the work, and that was my focus when I went to the gym, was to lose weight. But once I started seeing the health benefits of my sleeping, that was what made me continue, because I had a huge problem with sleeping, and that affected me mentally because I could not sleep. I had so many ideas rushing through my head, and I couldn't sleep. And that's when the depression come in, the mania, and the manic. I wasn't sleeping for days. Since I started been working out for these amount of months, I sleep. I'm energized. I'm just ready, and I sleep. Like, I have a very busy day. And one thing I've learned, if you are diagnosed with bipolar, you have to be on a schedule and you have to bring in healthy things. And so I just look at the questionnaires. They talk about less caffeine, because a lot of people say caffeine every single day is bad for you when you have bipolar. Because I look at the questionnaire when you go to the doctor: how much caffeine, how many pops you drink, how many coffee you drink. So I said, let's cut back on that, because you don't want to, when you have bipolar, you have sleeping problems. You don't want to have all that caffeine because it affects your sleep. So what I do is I work out every single day, and I sleep and sleep good. I sleep wonderful, and I feel good, right? And now, because, and the thing, because people talk about bipolar, and I'm talking about my story, I had a lot of stressful situations. I had a lot of stresses of no money, no job, homeless, sleeping on somebody else's couch, no family, spiritually broken. So that's why all the mania and all everything that I had, it just popped up, because I had a lot of stress. And once I got out of those stressful and cults, I was able to deprogrammed, and I gotten so much better. And I start working on me. Got back into reading, got back into listening to podcasts, got back to watching my pastor, getting that good spiritual food, spiritual. So I feel good. And now, because when you have bipolar, you listen to people. Oh, you see triggers. When I see triggers, I get away from it quickly. And this is why, we made, and I pray a lot too. When I'm in the gym, I'm praying, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. Because people think prayer, you got to get on your knees. Just say, thank you, Jesus. Help, Lord. That's the prayer. That's the prayer right there. And that's every day. And I just pray. And so that's why in the spirit, it said, 30 days into that. And that's why I have to eventually leave family, because I will come, but they are very stressful. And they bring a lot of that energy, and it's not good energy. It's a lot of toxic energy. So we're only here for one more month, and we're done. We will still visit because these are still family. We still have commitments, but not with them. I can't be with them. You understand what I'm saying? And I love my family. That's me. I'm a reflection of them by DNA. But I have to be out of that environment because it's very toxic. It's a very toxic environment. I do feel for my nieces because it's a very toxic environment. And so they're versed. And so when Monique was talking about how she had to leave family, I understand, because I have to leave family and continue to leave them and not be around them. And be around and love them from a distance. There is a reason. Many people made me feel guilty about that. Oh, you have family. You don't go see your family. That's a shame. You don't go see your mom. But I understand. Now I can tell people, I said, no, I have to love her from a distance, because if I'm around her, I see how she's drowning in her sorrows, drowning in liquor, drowning in her health. She just had another health crisis. The same health crisis that made me come and see her, she just had another crisis. But because you didn't change your spirit of the drinking, that you had another crisis, and you can't hardly move, and refusing to go to the hospital. Listen to me. Refuse to go to the hospital. And you know what I did? I didn't sit there like the old Wiley would have sit there and beg you, please go to the hospital. Just go. The new Wiley, I slept, got up, put some cold water on my face. And I went to the gym because I'm not going to sit and beg you to get no help. And you still ain't going to do it after I get through begging. And you still going to drink. So you got to live that life. And I got to worry about my life because you grown. Again, you have free will. Because you in all that pain, you did it to yourself. You didn't listen to the doctor. I said, Mom, you don't supposed to be lifting. You don't supposed to be doing it. You're supposed to be bearing. You're supposed to stop drinking. You didn't listen to the doctor. This is the result. I feel like Oprah. And I'm going to tell you why I feel like Oprah when she talked about her mother. She said to her mom, she said, your organs is failing because you refuse to go on dialysis. So now your organs is failing. So when my mom, I say, you're going through what you're going through because you refuse to listen to the doctors. What do you want me to do? Nothing. I got it. And I get up because I cannot try to carry somebody that don't want to be carried. So I have to move on with my life. It is painful. It is. It used to be very, very painful. It's just like, oh, okay. So, it's sad, I would say, because you need to do more for your health. But some people don't. Some people just want to go. And they just like cowardly don't want to do it the way to do it quickly. They want to do it slowly. Some people gone already. They're alive and just gone. And that's the truth. I've seen it with that. Have you seen somebody that's alive, but they're not they're not living? They just alive. They just ain't nothing you can do because mother's in her 50s and whatever is harming her and weighing her down, she's not willing to fight to get through it. And we have tried for decades. It drove me to a point because you have to go back to mama. You got to go back to the root. My mother is part of the root. She birthed me. And I had to look, what did she go wrong? Let me diagnose this. I'm like, okay, it was the drinking, major problem. What would make her drink? Oh, you're drinking because you're going through something. So let me talk to somebody so I don't rush to that bottle. Understand what I'm saying? So it affected her. And it's drowning her slowly, I would say, since being here, and it's very sad to witness. She don't listen. She's very hard-headed. And I have to let her be. And I don't judge her. I talk about her because that's my mother. I will talk about you. It is what it is. That's my mom. I will talk about you, but I can't judge her. You know what I'm saying? She have every right. I can talk about it, but she have every right to do what she do. And it's a reason why she do it. And she's not willing to talk about it. So it's up to her. I know the difference between a mother that's intoxicated, so I know I don't even have to see my mother. I get to hear her voice when she's intoxicated and when she's sober. There's two different personalities. And why do you think people have bipolar? Because you were raised with a person with bipolar. They had two different personalities. So it doesn't shock me that I had to go through it in my life. Only difference is I either do some positive things, positive lifestyle changes, or pick up the bottle. And I chose not to pick up the bottle. I chose to pick up a gym membership. I chose to go listen to my pastor and get inspired and listen to a great podcast, read a good book, but the bottle, because it's not good for you. So I see it. It's very sad. It's very sad for these months that I've been here to help with grandmother. Now she's in a nursing home, and suffering. My mother suffering. And it is sad. I tried. My members know this. I tried to rescue grandmother. I tried. Did I try, Paul? Yeah, we tried to rescue. Got the door slammed in my face to the rescue. Rescue mission was dead on arrival. It was DOA. Because we tried to get her some help, to get her clean. And I got resistance, so I had to pull back. And literally the spirit said, pull back. You ain't gonna be able to change it. You did it before. Look what happened. These people don't want your help. So just pull back and you just gonna see them suffer. And then you can do it back because you tried to do it. Them people, you're trying to correct something that for generations that they've been doing and you ain't gonna be able to stop it. That's why they're suffering. God just said, you ain't gonna be able to correct their karma. Nope. They got to go through this, and you ain't gonna be able to stop it. If you try it, you're gonna get hurt. So, and I see it, and I was in a nursing home getting my grandmother help, getting her change. And her power attorney said, don't do it no more. Who cares? Not who cares. Don't bother them if she needs to be changed. Don't bother those people. So I said, well, I can't go visit her because if I see that she's in her mess, I will bother them and hit that call light. So in order to keep my sanity and being a good Christian, I won't go because I will refuse to go and see somebody in they soil, in they urine and feces, and I can't say nothing to get them to know. Sorry, you won't see me doing it. See, y'all used to doing that, seeing somebody suffer. And say, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry. The new Wiley can't do it. I refuse to go see it. I'm not gonna go there and she's in her mess, she got food, and I don't say anything. I don't roll that way. And not I just don't roll that way. And then you call mama, tell him don't hit that call light. And that makes her drink. So, but she already drinks. I would say she drink more, right? Because you're already drunk. She drunker, if that makes sense. So I said to my mother, I sent the text, I just won't go see her. And that's sad because she's going to suffer. But I'm going to tell the world what's going on. The world. These are evil, sick people. These are bishops. You can't beat them preaching. They preach to 3 people, 5 people. It ain't 50 people in there. And my mother boyfriend said, my mother boyfriend came in the room, woke me up out of my sleep. Boom, boom, boom. What happened? Why he getting mad at your mama? Saying da. I said, because he want grandma to go. Because he paying her back when he was on drugs. And when her husband didn't want him living there, he paying her back. Well, I didn't know that happened. I said, yeah, you know him as a bishop. Go back to when he was on drugs. He wasn't always a bishop. He was a drug addict from Georgia. And grandma's new husband didn't care for him at all and refused him to come live there. And then grandma tried to have him to come live there. And my grandfather slapped her and told her he ain't living here. There's only one man in this house. I'd run you. I'm the husband. Your job is the kitchen and the bedroom. That was that era. And how did you know that, Wiley? How did you know that you want to live there? Who told you that? The bishop in the pulpit. Any more questions that you have to tell me or ask me? He said it in the pulpit. How did he get that up my neck? How I'm talking now, how my bishop was talking now, he'll talk in the pulpit and tell you all his business. So it does not, and I'm glad he told me so I'm not stupid to what's going on here. Yeah, my grandma, it is painful, but she set it up that way. So let me tell you how dirty my grandmother is. And I said it with love. She'll be in pain and suffering and want to get change. But when her son comes, she a different person. Oh, he shouldn't have called them. You know, they busy and all that type of, my grandmother type of way. She will throw you under the bus for her favorite child. She play those games. And now, grandma, and I told her, I said, you played them games so much, and now you going to suffer. Because the main one you made as your favorite child dumped you in here and prevented anybody that want to get you out of here. That's your favorite. You know why you're suffering before you die? Because you put your favorite child in there. You're suffering. Yes, you're going to suffer. But then you get around them and then you're a liar and a hypocrite because you get around there, it has everything fine. You lie. That's why you suffer. I thought you don't lie. I thought you was saved. You playing game. That's why you suffering. When you get around him, I got to share this story because I couldn't believe it. Oh, she was going through a health crisis. Oh, they got a cold blue. I'm rushing to that nursery. Getting the Ubers and lift. Getting there. Didn't even do the lift and save. It's an urgency. There. Oh, she looking say I ain't really talking. So when my uncle got up and two of the church members leave. You know what my grandmother told me? I'm hungry. I said, but why did you tell your son why they were, I don't want to bother the man of God. You know, he got the she was hungry and she said, I don't like this food. I don't like eat. They don't feed me. But you don't tell your people. What? I couldn't believe it. And we fed her. And the sister, shout out to the sister that was there. She knew it was slop. But to go tell the highest, y'all know it's slop. But y'all want to make me the bad. It's slop. Do you want to eat this? No. She said, and she whispered me, they feed these people this. I said, yes. But go tell the highest. And if you know what the highest is, you know what I'm talking about. Go tell the highest. She getting slop. But we fed her. And the last time I went, she was messed up. And my uncle, they called my uncle. She put me in for a meeting. And I told her, I said, they did not change it, neither would they feed it. And that lady didn't even know that she was recording in the whole dynamic. Because I'm going to always have one. Because with these family people, they will throw you in the bus. You better have her recorded. You better have your Christian Key ink pen because they're going to throw you on the bus. I need evidence, receipts, because it will be used. But not at this time. But I will have those receipts. We'll record the whole thing. Because I know y'all will throw you on the bus. I know it. She's suffering. Then the person that came in there, I'm a manager on do this, so they wasn't in there feeding her. No, they wasn't in there feeding her, and she need to be changed. Anything else that you think you know, because you don't know who you talk. I have more experience than you. To myself said that. Because I've been in this business over 10 years. I know how the business operates. Hello. You ain't talking about no Pookie or no Ray Ray. You ain't talking to no thug. You're talking to an advocate. So, after she got through, they called Uncle, which is needed. It's protocol. He's the power of attorney. He called that, getting mad at my mother. Didn't call me because he know that, hey, you ain't going to do that to me. You do that to her. Grandma's suffering. She had just got off of morning. Now she's on oxygen. Mama's suffering. Both of them just suffering. I'm just looking at it. They can easily change it, but when your mind is compromised, your body is gone. If you ain't got your mind right, everything else connected to the mind is compromised. That's why you got to be in your right mind. It's a reason why you're in the right mind. Everything. I've dealt with it. I had to get some help. Same with my mother. I wasn't the first to be in a mental institution. Neither was I the last one to be in a mental institution. Let that sink in. A lot of these people had mental breakdowns when I was in 8th grade. You know what they did? F that medicine, more liquor. And they're still dealing with the consequences today. I'm going to tell it. Don't make it seem like I was the only one in the mental institution. I tell people, I had to tell one family member, I said, don't you dare do that. It's another family member that's been in the mental institution when I was in the 8th grade and they was there and refused to take the medicine. So shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I know my mama. That's my mama. And you can just have several seats because I'm going to talk about mad. And I don't care if you don't like it. After you get through being mad, breathing heavy, I'm going to still talk about it because she bad. And she will be used as my content. Why not? I am a storyteller. Why not tell a real story that's going on in my real life? Are you dumb? Because you know I'm going to talk about it. Because it's a great message to talk about it. Because I want people to know about it. It ain't about you. But I'm going to tell people about my story because I get dragged. But I'm going to tell you the reason why I had a breakdown and a piece of it. And I will tell you about it. Why? Because this is my show. I've always wanted my own show. So I can tell my story and other people's story because my mother's story is a part of my story. I will talk about it. I get dragged and talked about just because y'all talk about it behind my back. I'm just talking about it in front of thousands. What's the difference? I'm going to be very transparent. I was dogged and talked about and thrown in the bus. You will be talked about too. Only problem is y'all talk with 2 people. I'm talking in front of thousands. You can't get mad because I talk. I will talk. And I'm being light because you started this. You created this. And you need help and you don't want the help. The only thing I can do to keep me from crying is talking about it. Because I want to help people with their transparency. When you sit there and you drink, have children, and then you got it's gonna be a mess, baby. You think it's gonna be you created a mess. And I tell my sisters, I tell my brothers, I say, y'all better take care of y'all kids. You depending on mama, mama's sick. You keep on depending on mama. Where everybody shut up. If she wanna take care of the kids and babysit, that's her right. Go right ahead. But if she in that hospital like grandma in that nursing home, she ain't gonna be able to take care of it. Y'all did that to grandma. You see, you let all that type of stuff. Oh, was over there with grandma Fred, all the kids. Guess what? You can't let the kids go over there now because she in the nursing home. Can't keep doing it. You bringing all that and it's destroying your mother. It's destroying mama. And guess what? If she goes to the hospital, and the only reason she refused to go to the hospital because she know ain't nobody gonna babysit all these kids. That's what it is. And she thinks she helping. But I told mama, I said, mama, when you was on an airplane, what did the flight attendant say about the mask? Oh yeah, they said make sure we put the mask on first and then help somebody else. I said, exactly. You need your mask on and you trying to worry about everybody else with their oxygen mask and you drowning. You out of breath. And if you don't stop, it's gonna end bad. Look at your mother. Where your mother at? In the nursing home. Where you think you're gonna go if your health fail? In the nursing home. Exactly. So why are you trying to rush to get there? Why are you doing with these? Because these same people you care for, you know when you drop, just like your mama, you're gonna be in a nursing home. Grandma did the same thing. It was a cycle. I mean, she would get in her car, go take care of folks middle of the night, turn folks, clean folks, bring all these drug addicts, all these people she just sacrificed for. You know when she got dumped in that nursing home? The same people she did all that stuff for, and they got houses, helped them get it and help, they all said no. And they stopped come visit her. And you know what my grandma, she told me? She said, oh, they stopped. I knew they was going to stop because they got their own life. They don't care. And it's sadly, it ain't hit you. And it may not never hit you. It's just sad. When folks show you who they are, believe them the first time, baby. Maya Angelou said that, and she wasn't no bishop. She was just a poet. But it was true. But y'all did it. And the same one you dragged, threw under the bus, took to court, that's the same one still advocating for you like he was advocating the first time. Still advocating. The first will be last. The last will be first. Same one you dragged and threw under the bus, the same one coming to see you. And you still threw that man under the bus. And my heart's still there. But now I got to pull it back because I love you. I'm still going to talk about you. My uncle, I love him dearly. My grandmother was dealing with a health crisis. Well, he said it was health. She was just hungry. Hungry, need to be changed. So they leave. Oh, when I get into the room, I'm rushing with urgency. Oh, yeah. Marquise, I want to know, did you talk to brother such and such? Now, this brother such and such with the Crushers left the church, fled, and went to Houston, because he was mistreated at my uncle's church. So instead of my uncle say, hey, man, how you doing? Let's talk about the care. The first thing he had, did you talk to such and such? And you in Texas, did you talk to? Just because I said I stay in Texas, don't mean that we in the same city. Texas is a big state. He in Houston, I'm in that. And even if we did talk, why would I tell you? You ain't my pastor. You took me to court. Remember that? So why you asking me about brother such and such? Why you want to be that mess in front of these people? I said, no, I'm worried about grandma care. I ain't worried about that. I'm going to just say, no, stop. Just stop it. Your members have left because of your messy, backstabbing ways. And that's why you only got 5 members left. One of them sick. You don't have no minister. You demoted him. You only got 5 members. And you can keep telling people I'm the reason why they left. No. People woke up to your sickness. And it would just so happen that it took a cockeyed young man to have the courage to expose and uncover the evil. Many people said I was wrong to do it, but many people are now thanking me. Man, thank you. I didn't understand it then, Brother Wiley. I understand it now. It was a cult. Grandma in a cult, she's suffering. And you a cult leader. Tell you what it is. And you just a bishop highest, cult leader, bishop highest. And you sick and evil. Because while grandma in that nursing home suffering, you still taking money out of her Social Security check to give it to the church. That's wrong. Yeah, I'm going to tell the world it's wrong. How she paying an offering? She ain't been in church almost 3 years. And you still taking the money out of her account for a church. But grandma, you want to go through that and you suffering. You want to go through that. And I'm going to talk about it because I want people to understand the sickness and the evil with these so-called church people. They ain't Christians. They just go to church. Like how people go to the club. They sick. So sick to the point they so sick and still won't get help in a nursing home. You're sick. My uncle is waking up because you don't have a successful church, a successful ministry. 5 people, that's not a success, baby. You could just do that in the backyard. Go on and do that in an Airbnb. Because you only got 5 people. Hey, it's because of Marquise, he destroyed the ministry. I didn't destroy the ministry. Just because I told the truth, y'all covering up assault, molestation, covered up, and I exposed it. Because you thought you was going to destroy me. You didn't think I was going to become with a lot of influence. So what that you got those security cameras? We never was going to show up to that church anyway. So what? I can't stop that my followers went there. Oh, man, there's only 5 people here. I can't stop these people from going to that. I can't stop. They went and didn't become no member because you can't wear pants. You can't be married twice. You can't do this. You can't go to the movies. You can't wear makeup, but you can be messy. You can assault women and cover it up. You can impregnate. I could just go on and on and on and on and on. And that's why my uncle can't stand my guts. Because I told the truth about him. You covered up our word. Somebody got our word. You covered it up and told the woman, don't press no charges because she's the mama and who gonna take care of her kid. But she infected her son, took her son innocence. He got her pregnant and the mama wanted her to go to jail. And you covered it up. You are accessory to statutory our word. You're an accessory to that. And I called it out. You an accessory to it, brother. You covered that up and wanted me to come in with the lie. Oh, you should have made your kids? Nope. They ain't mad. They look just like that ugly family that got it. It don't look like me. Now, I want to call the family ugly, but my god kids are kind of ugly. I think they wasn't masked. And their eyes were straight. So I knew. Let me stop, Chad. Let me stop. I'm a comedian. I gotta be a little ignorant. But their eyes were straight. Baby, both of them eyes didn't have no lazy eye, and they both walked straight. But they look just like their daddy. They look just like their daddy. But he wanted me to say, because they put out the rumor, them Marquise kids. It ain't man. Them ain't my kids. And I'm ignorant. I'm very ignorant. I didn't come in her, because I didn't. I came, but it went in her. But they put it on me to say it was like it. No. And it wasn't right. Because she had no business giving that teenager, that yoni. That was illegal. And that son, that boy mother, wanted to press charges. And Bishop, he said, what about her kids? So you cover that up. I will always talk about that. So he the father. He was 14 years old. 14 or 15 years old. And she was almost in her 30s. Got her pregnant. And that is statutory R word. And the mama of the 14, 15-year-old boy went to my uncle, the bishop, and said, I want her to go to jail. And my uncle said, no, can't do that because what about her children? And talked the lady out, and the lady left the church and never been back. And people said, well, what happened? And I told the world what happened. Let me tell you. Why we keep it out a secret? You covered it up. And it was a lady that I recorded, and I don't regret it. And she's gone, Mother Price gone, and she spilled the tea. And she was talking about how messy my uncle was back when I was maybe a baby or 1, 2 years old. She said the same story. She said the same thing over and over. She said the same in their era. Yep. And that was the end of our relationship. I had to uncover it to save that next generation. You don't need no young people to infect their mind. Did you tell the church about it? Yes. Oh, did I? They only got 5 members left. Let that sink in. Used to be way more members. It's only 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me drink some more water. Baby, you could put all of them in your basement, in your bedroom, in your children's room. One of them used to be 6. She passed away, dropped dead in the bathroom. And my uncle thought he was going to have the funeral. Nope. That her husband that she put away because he was married before, listen to my uncle, he stepped in. Her funeral ain't going to be at that church, and neither would you preach it. And she passed. Left her husband, dropped dead in the restroom. Left her husband because my uncle teacher, if you're married before, leave your husband. Go back to your government. Go back to your name before you were married, your maiden name. Yeah. I had to go. So I used to be sick. Now it's 5. And everybody that left, and those people, those 5, that's there, all got children. We all grew up together. We all the same age. None of them come back to visit. Why? Because it's very old. I used to call it teaching the gospel, but a lot of that is man-made idealism. And it's sad. In my mother's generation, and she was affected by church hurt. Some things happened to her. And she said, well, I don't do it. But you're doing it. What way you chose? You chose the bottom. At least the way I chose is helping me to become an international superstar. Yeah, you're talking about what happened to you behind the scenes with the bottle. I'm using it towards content and becoming an international superstar. And as becoming a content creator, right? Why not use this spilled milk and turn it into ice cream? Why not? It's mine. I know all the characters. What I'm gonna talk about? All of them watch it. They all watch. And they know we can't say nothing to him. Because if we try to drag him publicly, he ain't gonna do nothing but go live and get more viewership. I already know. Ain't nothing you can say. But what can you do? Nothing. Because I had to say it. And I'm glad that I'm saying it. And I'm doing it respectfully because the old Wiley was very ignorant. This is why I know it's a shift and a change. This is why I know I have a testimony. Because the old Wiley was very ignorant back in 2015-16 when the first season 1. I was very ignorant. This is like a new season, more mature, got a bigger platform, more mature. This ain't the season 1. Season 1? Oh, baby. Season 1, I was ignorant. But now, I'm more mature, but I still going to talk about it. And if you're day 1, I said the same thing over and over. Only different now added so these characters, they're getting sickly in nursing homes, drinking themselves to an early grave. And that's the sad part. Because you don't have to keep doing that. I don't do it. And I lead by example by going to the gym, drinking water, working out. But that don't even work. You know how people say lead by you lead by example, but it's only benefit you and maybe to the children because they call themselves working out, doing TikTok, want to be creators. To them, it's to help them. I want to correct it to help them. But these grown adults, maybe they're gonna do them. They stuck in their way. But to the children, it's a great thing for them, and that's a big piece of what keeps me here. A lot to visit because they're girls, and they're gonna be women one day, and they need to know how to handle their emotions and not think that it's okay to just drink. You gotta talk through your issues. It's not good to drink and try to suppress it because after you suppress it, that's a band-aid on an open infected wound. You gotta get the antibiotics, you gotta get the therapy, you gotta heal, you gotta get the rehab, you gotta cover so you can heal. But putting a band-aid, that's temporary. You got to get to the root of the issue. Because they're only going to temporary fix, and now that temporary fix not even work. Sometimes they and it ain't even working no more. So that's why I have to tell this story and preach this message to you, please. And to me, myself, I said, listen, got to get some positive things in your life. You got to. And this podcast is very therapeutic to me because it's encouraged me to keep going. This show saved me from a lot of therapy because I don't have the money for therapy. So it saved me to talk about it and to lay it on the camera and to entertain, but to inform, to inspire. And I love my mother. I love my sister. I love my brothers. I love them all. And I pray that they be there and be more mature for their children. But trying to put your children on somebody else, that's wrong to do, especially when you put it on somebody else. You already did to grandma, she's in a nursing home. You're doing to mother, she's sick. Who else are you going to put it on? Somebody got to break that cycle. Somebody got to break that because that's not healthy. It's like that's not healthy. And you're not helping. Many people have accused me of being selfish. I said, no, I'm self-full. Because I'm not going to try to carry your load when you don't even want to assist me with the load. You want me to just take it, and I'm not going to do it, baby, because they're your children. Somebody got to break that cycle. Because I've seen how it happen with mama, granny. I've seen that happen. I said, no. You get up and take your kids to school. You get up and feed your kid. You get up and buy your kids clothes. You do that. I'm not getting up, taking nobody up to school, and you in the room healthy and sleeping. You got to do partying and smoking, partying, and you want me to take your? No, they won't go because that's not my job and my responsibility. Because you won't know. I want to train. I tell them, I want to train you because you're not going to always have mama. And you see it, you just don't want to see. Once she gone, that's it. If you ain't ready to be no mama, that's the wrong time to try to train up to be. Because it's going to hit you hard like a train. Whoosh. And it's going to hit you that day. It ain't going to be 6 months. It's going to hit you that day. You have children. And if you used to mama taking your kids to school, feeding your kids, clothing your kids, being there for you, if you used to that and that's gone, it's going to harm you. It's going to harm you. Because you're going to find out that you ain't got no friends. You think you got friends because you ain't in need yet. You still got mama. Lose that, you ain't got no friends. You're going to wake up to that. You don't have that. And how I know that? Because I know the people that you hang with, they ain't your friends. They there to pump babies in you and leave you. That's not a friend. So I just wanted to say that. I had one friend that helped me get, and he was a true friend. He's still living. True friend. But many people don't have that. And my sister said, I got plenty of friends. No, you don't. You think you got plenty of friends. You don't have no plenty of friends. No. And this is so sad for mama. Like my mother just drove, like I see it. I've seen it. I got a front row seat because usually I used to call, hey, mama, hey, good, I'm fine, blessed. And then I started calling at night, weird talking. I said, let me go see. And it was a disaster. It was a disaster. When I have to come here, I'm not coming here for peaches and creams and green grass. It's a major crisis. And so this time, this is why I know how different, because I used to try to handle the crisis, right? But and I did it wrong. This time, I just have to witness it and try to collect the data and say, this is how you avoid a crisis, right? Instead of trying, it's because it's already happening. They're not going to listen. Be there for the children, to be an advocate for them. An advocate for my grandmother, that they didn't, my uncle, he didn't want that at all. So only one best is for the children. And I'm advocating for them by praying for them. That's all I could do, and living a great life. And being in a position for them and continue to own the right path for them. Because it is sad, and I feel for my mother. I do. That's mama. But she did that to herself and still doing it. Don't feel good. Refuse to go to the hospital. That's bad. Because you don't want to go, because you know I'm not going to sit and do all that babysitting, because I'm going to tell these entities, babysit your own children. Or we're going to have some problems. They already know how I operate. Babysit your own children. Because the issue is, I want to say this to mothers, to mothers, that stop doing that. Because even though if the grandmother keeps saying yes, 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 and you're not working, you're just having more children, you're harming your grandma, and you ain't going to have that grandma forever. Big mom forever. That generation is gone. And a lot of them would have lived till longer if they didn't have to carry their children. So I just had to say that. I'm going to say it again. A lot of these big mamas and grandmas would have been here a little bit longer, but because they have to carry the load of their children, they're gone. A lot of them are leaving and getting sick quickly. And because they're trying to take care of their children, and then the children is having more children, and it's too much. It's hard. You can't hardly do that. My grandmother she did it all the way up till she had a stroke. Take care of other people's kids, take care of her own grandkids, and she kept doing her great grandkids. Like grandmother, it was kind of good when you were doing when I was in high school. You know what I'm saying? But he was much, much younger. But you keep that schedule. I told my grandma, I said, that type of schedule you got is not good. You're in your 80s. And she left work because she was forgetting to take her medicine. She had a busy schedule. I mean, everybody called her. I need you to come here. Mother, take me to the grocery store. Mother, do this. And she forgot that blood pressure was high, having headaches, blood pressure. And she would say, oh, because I ain't eating nothing. And I used to think that, oh, I ain't eating it. It was because of her blood pressure. And then eventually, she was driving and had a stroke driving from work. So it was just that. And that's the sad part. And they worked her all the way till she got sick. And all the people that she sacrificed for wasn't there. And the one that was trying to prevent that back in 2016 came back. Didn't have no right to come. I came back. I have a right because that's my grandmother, but I didn't have to come back. If I wanted to use it, I didn't have to. I stopped my life there, building up life in Dallas, stopped everything, dropped everything, and went to Chicago. And put on that advocate hat. It didn't work. It got bad to worse, and she's in a nursing home. And we tried to step in legally. Because we have producers now. I have lawyers that follow this show. We went to one that is an attorney, that a fan of the Wiley show, went to her office. Because everybody kept, she was like, oh, guardianship. She said, well, come to my office. Let's talk. And this woman told me, I'm not going to say her name. She told me, she said, if you fight for guardianship, do you think your uncle will fight? Do you think who would your grandmother choose? I said, you know what? You're right. She would choose her son. That's her son. That's her oldest son. And that's also her pastor. But I just wanted to know. And she said, but why did you meet with me if you knew she was going to choose? Like, if you know she's going to choose her son. I said, I did it for my conscience. Because if it ends the way I think it's going to end, at least I can say, I've tried to do it. I tried to help. I just wanted for my so I can sleep good. That I tried every option that I can try. Because I was like, what is higher than the power of okay, guardianship. Okay, let me get a lawyer. Let me. But I knew she gonna always choose us. So again, but at least I can sleep better at night. Because I know that question going to come up. Well, what did you fight for? We did. But we know after you can do all, because she said we can file, blah, blah. After we do all that, they ask her, she going to choose her son. And I'm going to have and wasted money. So that's why you got to understand grandma. A lot of people don't understand elderly people because they think, oh, they old, they so innocent. A lot of people are old and they just that old, not innocent. A lot of people it's just that type of way. It's like you gotta know it, baby. And you gotta know it. And I've seen my grandmother true colors. At first, I couldn't see it because I was in the cult. You know, we were good because I was in a cult with her, believing her idealism. I saw a piece of with the LGBT stuff, and I saw how evil she could just spew out her mouth, how she spoke death and said, quote, "You're gonna die horrible." That was her words. She said that to me in her home that's remodeled and owned by Mexicans now because they sold her home. She said in the bathroom. And she said, you know what, Marquise? If you don't change your lifestyle, you're going to die horrible. Now, what kind of stuff did you tell your child? You don't say stuff like, but she said it. And many people, oh, that's how she was taught. Oh, basha-ta-ta. Okay. Now, who's in the nursing home suffering? Tormented. Not getting change. And then the person that you say need to change their lifestyle, that's the one with the gloves on, making sure you change. Be careful while you talk about people. And then the one you think is so holy and sanctified and Holy Ghost filled is neglecting you. Let that sink in here. It's not about what you claim you have. It's about your actions, your character. A lot of folks can preach good, but as you live in what you preach, if you live by your teachings, if you're an example of you walking through that, or you just spewing words. A lot of people just spewing words, spitting, stinking up the microphone. They ain't living by that. Because soon when you see somebody in need, you lie and say, I don't have the space to take it. That's a lie. You didn't lie. Did you just train us say don't lie? Why would you tell the people you don't have the space? You got a whole empty room. Do you think I don't know the square footage of your property? You don't know that I know that you have a living room? You have an empty bedroom? Are you going to sit here and lie to the public? Well, you can sit there and lie. I'm going to talk about a show. That's a lie. They lie. They got space. They don't want to do it. And Paul, Grandma Paul, I'm going to say Paul. Oh, these people say they ain't got the space. Well, I just got to be here. I never thought I'd be in a nursing home. Yeah. But I told my grandmother that you was going to be in. I told her that. I said, the way how you live it, setting it up, the same people you care about, they're going to dump you in the nursing home. She said, no, they ain't. They did exactly that. Because I know people. I know how people, they will use you up. They will take all your gas and fill up their car. And then when you out of gas, the excuses. I've seen it happen. And so that's just that. And I'm going to tell us because I'm sitting there just witnessing it. Like, ooh, wow. I wouldn't believe it. I had to see it, like to believe it, like really. I just had to witness, and there was a reason I'm witnessing it. Man, it's sad. It's sad. But I had to do what I had to do, man. I had to sit here. I tried. And one thing I know, when God say step back, you gotta step back, or you gonna get what they get. So you better stop. So I stepped back. And then I had to do all that crying and all that. Nope. Because you did what you're supposed to do. You came. You visit. You did that. Now step back. Let these people suffer. They don't want your help. They don't want it. And then when they want it, it's going to be too late. Then you can. It's going to be a time where you're going to be able to tell the full, because I'm not telling the full. I'm just giving you the highlight, not the full story. There's more to tell, but it ain't the time to tell it. And my presence is like, whew, wow. I have a show that people watch. They all watch. It's reaching people. They all on TikTok. You think you ain't see my TikTok? And I have people that I work close to that see my TikTok. Of course you seen it. And you're watching right now. Ain't nothing you can say. Yeah, you can say it on your Facebook to 2 people, 2 viewers. Yeah, go to your YouTube channel with three viewers. I'm gonna tell you because you're wrong. You know you're wrong. I know you know you're wrong. And that's how I said, you know you're wrong. And I slept real good. That's I'm going lie. I didn't even know I was gonna talk about this, but I'm talking about it. Because it needs to be talked about. Because y'all know y'all wrong. You mistreated people. You mistreated Brother Wiley. You said stuff, brother, in that pulpit, and it's biting you now. And grandma, you did a lot of evil too. You spewed a lot of hatred, covered up a lot of wrong. Your granddaughter was violated. You took the person that violated her side. You got to suffer for that. And the same lady you took up for her grandson, she said to you, I ain't got the space for your mother. She got 2-3 in a finished basement. Yikes. And this is why these people don't, when they see me, they know I come in with authority. But when they see me come in, I come in with authority. And they keep saying, let it go. I'm letting it go by talking about it. I'm going to keep talking about it because it's great things to talk about. Many people is still preaching that women should not be pastors or preachers, but they're still talking about it. Go tell them to let it go and watch they rebuke you and call the cops and kick you out. So if you ain't telling these pastors to do that, please don't tell me to stop talking about a situation that I'm currently going through, because I will, even if you do tell me, I'm going to still talk about it. Because it's great. It's a great conversation. People still preaching and teaching the word, and that book was written thousands upon thousands of years ago. And we still talking about that, many of those biblical stories. Are we going to those preachers telling let it go? You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I had to tell this, because it's very important to tell. And I love family, but family can be evil. Some of your family members are more treat you worse than a drug addict on the street. And so now I used to judge people. How can you not talk to your mama? How can you not talk to your daddy? Why you don't visit? Now I don't judge people. I used to be so judgmental of people that don't go see their. It's a reason why. It is a reason. And if you don't know the full story, you don't know. But in this case, I can give my opinion. I give some facts here because I've studied the history. When you study the history, I'm not shocked the reason why my grandmother, other children don't come. I get it. Do I agree with it? No. But I told my grandmother before she got in the nursing home, maybe last year in the summer, it was on the patio, the back porch, whatever. And she said verbatim to me, she said, I know about this. This happened. And the reason why I left my children is because of this. Because I said, you have to tell them. You have to tell. The way that you're telling me this, tell your children. Tell your other daughter in Georgia. You have another daughter. You got to tell her that. Tell her that. And then my grandmother said something to me. She said, yes, I did bring my daughter to come live with me. I eventually sent back for her. And she said, while people talking, they don't know this. I sent for my daughter to come live with me and my new husband, my mother's father. And she said, Marquise, she cried every day. I said, but why do you think she was crying? She was crying because my mother spoiled her. She's talking about my grandmother's mother, right? My grandmother's mom. She said, spoiled her. And I said, no, grandmother. You may think it was spoiled. I think that your daughter only knew your mother. She did not know you. You left. So that bond is kind of hard that you uproot her from that bond. But on the other token, she still wanted you to be there for her. And you wasn't. You were in Chicago and she went back to Georgia. And she said, I never thought it that way. I never thought that. And I said, wow. And I said, she's paying you back because she's giving you the same energy you gave her. You neglected her, didn't come see you, left her. Abandoned her, I would say. Not neglect. I would say abandoned her. And she's abandoned you. She kept the same energy. I said, one thing I said about Aunt such and such, she kept the same energy. And she kept it for decades. And I said, you got another son. He said, why do you think he's going to come? Well, he's upset about his father. And she was just dropping tea. But the day before, that day before he came, when he asked her the question, my grandmother changed the subject. Then the next day when I get around, she spilling all the tea. I said, Grandma, you got to tell him. You got to tell him. Tell him about his father. You cannot keep that from that man. This is why y'all relationship is broken. Tell that man about his father. And she was just spilling tea. Yeah, he wanted me to move to Texas. See, this is the thing when you mothers that have children and don't want to spill no tea with the daddies. They do got Dana, DNA, Ancestry. It's so many apps and websites now. So his father, I met my uncle. I saw my uncle, I'm sorry, on DNA Ancestry, the same one I'm on. I saw him on there. Okay, he's trying to find his father like I'm trying to find my father. So he questioned my grandmother. He said, well, my father, people like my sibling, they all live in Texas. I want to know, is this true or not? And my grandmother changed the subject. Well, let's talk about the church and blah, 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 blah. She just changed the subject. So the next day, my grandmother said something. She said that he wanted to marry me. So a lot of people don't know that. Why they doing all that talking? He wanted to marry me. I said no, because I said, but why did you say no? I did not want to move to Texas. I said, Texas? Ding, 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 ding. That's why his people all pull it up in Texas, because he moved. My uncle's father moved to Texas. Before he moved from Chicago, he asked my grandmother, can we get married? My grandmother said no. Because she said, I didn't want to move to Texas. Chicago is my home. I'm not going to go to another. I'm not going back to South. If I was going to go back to the South, I'd have went back to Georgia. So she refused. So then she met my mother's father. Because all of her children got different daddies. All of them. Nobody got the same daddy. All of them got different fathers. My aunt's father, they all not that far in age. She had him. Either my aunt's father, yeah, he was physically abusive. And because I was always a curious, they would say nosy. I went to my grandmother's attic one day. I was just searching through papers, and I saw a divorce something. I saw some divorce paperwork, regardless of some court papers I saw. I remember reading that my grandmother said to the court that he beat her severely on the night of her wedding. I read it in the court docket. I was reading it. He beat it. He was very abusive. And she had always said it at church in her testimony, because testimony they spill tea. But I read it in the court docket. I said, wow. And she said the reason why she had to leave Chicago, because she didn't want to tell her father, because she knew how crazy her father was. He would have harmed the dude, deleted him, took him out. And the reason why my grandmother's father is gone, he died so young, because he retaliated against the white man. Something the white man did, he retaliated against him, threw him in the water in a ditch, just threw him. And you already know during that time, Jim Crow, he knew he was going to go. He said, I will not give them the power to take me out. He did it to himself. He got this shotgun, whatever. He deleted himself. My uncle, the pastor, he witnessed that deletion. That's how deep it goes. He witnessed it. So, I just feel like, because they were raised by my uncle, my two uncles, they was raised by their grandparents. Well, and also my aunt. Those three, my grandmother, the first three children, was raised by her parents. And then once the grandfather, he left, got deleted. He deleted himself. This happened in the South. my grandmother, she had moved Chicago, and she got the word from Chicago, and she had to come back to her father's funeral, but she couldn't take the children because she still didn't have her life together. So, and then she had a new husband by the time. Then she had new situations, new entanglements. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't shocked with this stuff. Once you learn people's stories, like, because people look at my grandmother, but she was a young woman and she made a lot of mistakes. And this was a different time. I understand that. She made a decision what she thought was best for her. But those decisions, it is consequences. Them children got older, became adults, and they all took turns. Then my grandmother had it. Not visiting her, didn't care. It was once I saw this ain't funny. My grandmother needs some pillows. So she said, call your uncle such and such. This is the other uncle. This is the other uncle, the one that daddy, wanted my grandmother to marry, and she refused. So we called him. He didn't answer. He called my mom boyfriend to say the reason why he ain't buying the pillows because go tell your favorite child. I said, if this don't make no sense, I'm like, wait a minute. You let your mama have it because you feel that she made, and which it is true, that's her favorite child. But anyway, because I'm like, wow. I just sat down and watched that. I was like, I'm just glad you're honest, but you should tell your mom that. Because you dog her out and said, you put him, that's your favorite child. Blah, blah. I saw it firsthand. The only reason why my grandma was able to get pillows with her own money, because she wasn't broke. The aunt, we called my grandmother's sister. Well, she wanted me to call the sister. And then the sister got on the phone. Then that's when they started sending the pillows. It's so sad to get here, but child. I have to call the sister. And the only reason why the sister is not informed about my grandmother's mistreatment in a nurse home is because my grandmother, honoring her wishes, because her sister is 90, but she's more independent, live on her own. Because she said, don't do it. Because if you do it, she's going to come here. And I don't want her to see me in this predicament. No, don't tell her. And I'm honoring my grandmother's wishes. I'm honoring her wishes. So it's so sad. Because they didn't even tell Auntie that they sold grandma's house. She found out the tea 2 years after it was sold, and she was pissed. But they keep a lot of stuff because she know my grandma's that evil. She know who's gonna stand up for her, and she don't because she know it's wrong. If it ain't wrong, then why not tell her? You know it's wrong. That's why you get. It's like a sickness. That got to be like a mental illness. I think it is. Like you suffering, but you don't want people that know that will step in. You don't want that. You won't tell them. Yikes. And the only thing I can do is just talk about it on my YouTube channel. Get a click and a view and a coin. Because these people, just talk about them. They talk about you. The only difference is they should have YouTube channels. They just talk on the phone, dog each other out on the phone. But at least me, I'm going to break this like, why not make a coin? All people back then didn't talk about a lot of, they did. So that's how I look at this situation, and I love it because it made me better. And it's stubbornness, yes. And I remember me and my mother, we went to a concert to see Tamala Mann. Went to a concert. And Tamala Mann said, my daughter felt like I didn't do this, X, Y, and Z. And I told my daughter, you have children now. So whatever I didn't do for you, you do it for your children. And that's why when I heard that was another confirmation from my relationship, I can't say, well, my mama didn't do this. So when I have children, whatever my mom didn't do, I do it for my children. I make it my business to be nice, to nurture, even for my nieces to be nice and nurture. Sometimes you don't need a disciplinarian. They need an example. They need structure. They need to see somebody doing something positive. Like even the basics of TikTok and images means a lot. Like I wear the Wiley show stuff, and my niece said, oh, you got to buy some shirts on the side. I just have to find a size check. They small. So I love that they see the imagery. They see something that for in their generation, somebody on social media, he's a consecrated. She told her teacher, oh, he's on a YouTube. And she started watching the YouTube channel. Her teacher did. So it's good to see that because it could be like the rest of them. In, out of jail, in, out of prison, in, out of jail, in, out of prison, in, out of probation, in, out of parole, in, out of on the run from the cops. They could be looking at that as an example. But for me, I said, I got to break that cycle, man. I got to break that cycle. And I'm breaking it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. A lot of things I got to work on, but just some stuff like you just got to break it. And I love the gym, you know, and I love God. They said, Dan, why are you looking young and slump? You know, putting in the work, you know, putting in the work. But I love y'all. I love talking to y'all. This has been an incredible show. Asking for your prayers because you all have been so good to me. Pray for my mother. I'm not going to get into her health, what's going on with her, but just pray. Pray for my grandmother. Pray for her, my grandmother. Also pray for my stepfather. He has some issues. So pray for him as well. And pray for them. Pray for my strength. Pray for my nieces and nephews. Pray for their fathers and mothers. Just pray. That's all I can say. Pray. And that's how I make sure I pray for them. And I work out. And what I do to help is to not be that, to be better than that. And I thank you. This has been such an honor seeing you all on the show. Over 300 people watching us. And I don't want to talk about TGIF, but talk about the T in my family. Because I feel like if you can't talk about T in your family, who cares about the T? Talk about these celebrities. That's why some of these creators are going through so much themselves, because they go through a lot of personal issues. And they don't talk about their personal issues. But you see the results of the effects of their personal issue, how mean and nasty they are to other people. And they're not that because they're unhappy. They drink too. A lot of these creative children, they be drinking, drunk, sloppy drunk, because they go through real life issues. And it may not be financial. Everybody's issue ain't financially. You might be good there, but it's other root issues, anxiety, depression, etc. Childhood trauma. That's why a lot of these people drink themselves to a twisted spinal cord. But it's good for me to share this because it's a part of my brand. I've always been transparent about family issues, my own personal issues with bipolar, etc. Some of my situations have been leaked to the press, so I have to live with that. And I say either be better or worse. I'll become better, you know, because I do have the media have talked about us. It's an article that will live on. It will outlive me. It was on the media. It was on a media outlet. So you could type my name up and go watch that article. I mean, watch that news clip, you know, it's part of us. And there's going to be more and more people talking about it, unfortunately. But fortunately. I love you all. Thank you for those that have donated. That's been amazing. Shout out to TGIF, Fox Soul. This is the type of person you need on those type of positions, because that's going to sit there and be real and be transparent and be entertaining. And that's you know, that can speak in some type of being a very diverse type of commentator. And we thank you. Shout out to Fox Soul. Shout out to the followers that have emailed them. And continue to press the gas, because we will continue to be in the chat, because we love to entertain people. And we thank you for your amazing support. And I love you all. And my closing remarks is, little black boy, you're beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. We will be going live for the Super Bowl right after the halftime show, because I don't care who's going to win the football game. I'm not a football fan, but I am a fan of Usher. So I will be seeing him sweat with those waves, with that six-pack. Is it a six-pack? Okay, with the six-pack. 2, 4, 6. Or is it a 12-pack? 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Six-pack. Yeah, a six-pack. Thank you, Latavia, Melanie Queen. Thank you. Who else? Emers, my member, Soldier Girl. Shout out to my member, La Maria, Latavia. Oh, Latavia. I know she was a girl. She gonna be like, you been selling my name wrong. Member, shout out True. Who else? I don't think True a member no more. All right. Shout out to the members. We got to do some members only. Don't worry. I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Love you all. I'll see y'all later. Peace. Hey, hey, hey.